What's happening, lads? Have you heard? We've got a brand new website. It's haveawordpod.com. And on our brand new website, we've got a brand new line of merch, t-shirts, hoodies, jumpers, hats, stickers. There's all sorts, and it's available right this second. Go to haveawordpod.com, get yourself some merch, and while you're there, you could also get tickets to
Murderers Row. We're doing a massive stand-up tour all around the UK, and we're doing Dublin. It's me comparing the first section, Adam comparing the second, and then we've got the best acts we know, people you'll recognise from the couch, some absolute killers from comedy doing stand-up.
Proper stand-up tour. There's no podcast tour this year. We wanted to do stand-up with our mates, and we've come up with the Murderers Row stand-up tour. 4 special guests every night. Me and Dan doing a bit each as well. And obviously we're bringing all the lads down. We're going to get Finn to sing at the end. It's going to be absolutely class. And all the tickets and all the merch are at haveawordpod.com. And of course, if you love what you're watching, patreon.com/haveawordpod for loads of bonus content. But we'll tell you more about that a little bit later.
Enjoy the episode. It's going to be
It was good.
Yeah, it was really good. It's class.
Wag wag leads, you're listening to the funniest podcast in the game from the heart of Liverpool with Adam, Dan, Sensei Carl and Finn. This is the one and only Have a Word.
Brought to you by Manscaped, the very best products on the market for below the waist grooming.
Go Ed, get on me.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Welcome
Right.
to Have a Word.
Can I blow all of your minds?
Go on.
Regularly.
Jay Slater was this year. You know the kid who went missing in Tenerife?
Yeah, it was in the summer.
Mine not blown.
More mad to me was that the Willy Wonka
That
thing
was this year.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The
Are they
Willy,
related?
the Willy Wonka experience.
Willy Wonka killed Jay Slater. You know,
No, that
What happened?
That can't have been
it
this
was.
year.
It was
That was
January
this
this year.
year.
I thought it was a Christmas thing.
No, it's January.
I'm gonna blow your mind. Valentine's Day. That was this year.
Shut up.
February.
Mad.
Here's another. Your birthday. Everyone's was this year.
Yeah.
Mad.
Not my little brother's. That was last year because his birthday's Friday.
Yeah, but I wasn't specifically wasn't talking about your job. So obviously,
He said, not sure.
I know we're going out. It's going to be a big night. Can't wait.
If you go out for our Jack's birthday now, it is the opposite of a big night. It's in bed by 6 after the carvery.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
It does sound good, doesn't it?
Isn't it? It's just been, hasn't it?
30, this Friday.
Oh, I thought. Oh shit! Yeah. In my head, I don't even know what date it is. Genuinely.
He was born 12 days before Christmas. He's the start of Christmas, me little brother. He was meant to be born Christmas Day.
On the first day of Christmas.
What does Julia gave to me? He's a partridge in a pear tree.
Oh,
No, he's a
Jack
boy.
from West Derby.
Real boy.
He's Jack from West Derby.
And he's just had a fucking carvery.
And he's actually originally from Dorvey.
Oh, we know that, mate.
And he's
No
the
need to do his
brother.
heritage story.
Guess what me and Carl did yesterday?
I had a big gay bear day.
Basically.
It's not gay. Oh, it's a bit gay.
Right. I was
No, it
being.
wasn't. It was the straightest day I think I've ever
A man
had.
touched me up.
What?
A man touched me up.
That's
Yeah,
not
but
the
that was when you
straightest
got
day.
home, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was just an ass.
Another
We went
tradesman.
and got Carl's suit ordered
Where Dan's took
for
Nice.
Thomas Green's wedding.
$4.5 grand.
So you went suit shopping?
Went to Jeeves and Hawkes in Chester.
Is it?
Yeah. By the way, pause, side note. People don't like it, is it?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I really apologise for talking.
I think it's because you're not a black teenager.
Is it?
All right.
Have you been watching Top Boy recently?
I think if you were a black teenager, I think people might let it slide. Because you're a 43-year-old father of 2 from Lancashire and you're a white one.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
that's what
famously.
it is.
I don't think this podcast would have done 5 years if I was a black teenager. Just throwing it out there. Have you
know.
heard Adam Rose started a podcast with a 14-year-old black lad in
Could
Chester?
have been 19.
What?
Could have been 19.
No, but then I wouldn't be a teenager anymore.
Not anymore,
I'm
but you would have been at the
24.
time.
Oh, don't get into it. I'm white, all right?
Jeeves and Hawkes in Chester.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
By
Tell
the
me
way,
more.
there was a moment in there where I felt you got slightly disappointed for a second. You know when we first got sat down and he was taking us through the stuff and you went to him, so how long you been doing this? Like fucking
that did my head in.
40 years, because it was this old fella. And the dream there
He was
is
sick,
that he's
though.
dedicated his life, isn't
Oh,
it?
that he went into apprenticeship at like 9 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but like he was giving that vibe off. So
He went,
Carl
he
was
went
like,
how old are you? And I was like, oh, God, he's been doing it decades.
yeah. He
How
went to
long has he been doing it?
First of all, that's a mad question, isn't it? I was like, how long have you been doing this? And the fellow went, well, how old are you? I was like, why is that relevant? Like, at all?
I didn't know if you get into
And
it.
then-
It'd be mad if he went early October.
And then he went, 10 years.
Ow.
That's still a fucking slog.
He's
that.
been doing that less time than we've been doing stand-up.
Yeah,
How-
but
how
10
old-
years ago, I was in school.
Yeah, but you're weird.
When he was this, you know, he's probably early 60s, maybe.
Yeah.
So he's going to go, been doing it 30, 40 years, been in my family. He's going to be, oh, sick. He went, yeah, just since.
Yeah, I thought it was Jeeves or Hawks.
2014, I started.
Oh, we started this when this was all fields. We just started a fucking yeah. That's what you
I
want.
wanted him to be Jeeves or Hawley. He wasn't. He was Rob, and he was great. Shout out Rob.
I mean, it's still 10 years in a clothes shop it's still quite a long time. But when you're talking about one of those old,
He said he'd
feels
been
like
in
old
retail
money
his whole
gaffs.
life.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
He's
Okay.
been in retail his whole life, like.
Right. He saw what was coming with Debenhams and made the switch.
Yeah.
Nice.
He could measure men though.
Measure men.
Not the straightest day you've
He
ever
got,
had,
Carl
David.
to,
Pun.
he got Carl to stand exactly 10 yards away and was just going, 41, you lad.
Well, he did. He walked up and went, "You're on a 41." I went, "I don't usually buy that. I usually buy much bigger." He was like, "You're wrong." And then he put it on and he was like, "Oh, you're right. Yeah, you do know what you're
Made
talking
those
about."
10 years count, Rob.
Yeah.
Carl bought the very first jacket that he tried on.
Yeah.
That's just efficient shopping.
Didn't Serica buy the first dress?
Yeah. But she knew what dress she was buying.
Right, okay.
She went in to buy that dress.
Carl bought the right jacket, but it was the first one he looked at.
But like,
But it was the right jacket.
Damn, it's like, what are we looking for? This is the one that I love. What's the point in going wasting everyone's time? It was beautiful.
Brilliantly done.
Yeah.
I'd
through
really
different
respect that if I was with you.
Well,
But you know, how could I have been? I mean, you're in Chester. And I live in Sorgo, which is like a 9-minute drive. I can't be expected to
It's
get there.
mad us being in the same city and not inviting you, isn't it? It's mad that.
It is
We've
mad.
just been the grave diggers though. So, you know.
mad.
Oh, you just went
mad
over
of us
to
to
North
do that,
Dublin.
really.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, in and out in about an hour and a half. Measured me up, picked me pants, and then he told me the bill, and that was funny. But I just had to not act like I cared. But I
Yeah.
did.
I was like, oh, lovely. Can I split that?
Yeah.
But what was it called again? You knew it was
Jeeves.
Yeah.
As soon as Jeeves is
Yeah.
involved, that's expensive.
Jeeves spelled Gieves.
It's even worse.
Not even
I was
like the
expecting-
fucking
yeah, Ask Jeeves.
Might be Geeves, for all I know.
Ever get Ash Jeeves? Were you still around?
In
Like-
Rill? Yeah, it did reach Rill.
He's on Bing.
No, but like, was
Love
Jeeves
Bing.
still fucking working back? Because it's
Yeah,
he's
when
dead,
I was
isn't he?
when I was younger,
His
yeah.
head blown off him.
Yeah, when I was younger.
Was it American Ash Jeeves or was it our attempt? Was it a UK attempt at
It's got to be
taking
English
over
now
Google?
with a butler. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think the British one was I'll have a look. .com. Still .com, even though it was in the UK.
We'll have there,
Good
mate.
save. Good save. I just want it to work better. It sounds better.
Ask Jeeves is still going. They've just rebranded.
No, it's not.
They've
called
rebranded.
No,
it's
it's
just
not.
Ask.
I bet MySpace is still going. No one gives a fuck. This is fuck.
Yeah, Ask Jeeves can't still be going if they've took Jeeves out of it.
Yeah.
We're talking about specifically Jeeves, aren't
No,
we?
but I'm saying it's the same company. They just rebranded.
Yeah, they've sacked Jeeves.
so-
That's all I was saying.
Oh,
is
right, okay.
Jeeves has been like fucking bang, fucking bang,
Bang.
It's Rob. Rob used to be Ask Jeeves and now he's working. Happened about 10 years ago.
But it's one of them things where you don't ask the price. You know what I mean?
Nice spot to be in, isn't it?
I don't know. Them
No.
things.
That isn't me saying money wise. But you don't go in and
Is
go,
Mars paying for it? Isn't she? Your Mars giving you your suit money.
well, she's giving me suit and photography money, so I'm having to put some more towards it now because it's a bit more than I expected. But
She's giving you an amount of money.
she's giving me money towards the wedding, and I've
And you've
allocated
decided-
that
okay,
for
right.
the photographer and suit. But now it's, but you don't want to be like, oh, and how much is that one? Because if you love it, it's an important piece of you don't. You never
In a
wanna
shop like that, you've got to just like sort of.
suck it up.
It's uncouth to ask.
Yeah. Oh, I can't really like, and it's beautiful and it's perfect.
Because he doesn't mention it. He doesn't tell you how much it is until
No.
fucking right at the end.
the time he mentioned it was when it was on the screen. To
The
pay.
first time I've been in one of them shops and not like walked past it and looked in and being like, they're all fucking NPCs. then.
Surely there was a price though. If he'd have gone, yep, that's 14
Yeah,
grand. That you'd have gone,
he's
whoa,
got-
whoa, whoa.
He's got a budget and it's within his budget for shoot and photography. It just means we're all gonna have to bring our own cameras.
I know the shop. It's basically, it feels like it's going for landed gentry around the Cheshire area.
Yeah.
Is it the Kingsman shop? Is it that?
yeah.
Right.
It is the king. Yeah, that's exactly what
In
it is.
London, near St James's Palace, there's a street called Jermyn Street, and it's got a few of them. And there's like a cane store where they buy all the canes, and then the suits, and then there's like boots, and it's nearly all rogues.
Coke.
What?
You went in looking for Coke.
Whoa! Just selling any cocaine.
Cocaine. It's all for the sort of.
They've got one on
old
Savile
money.
Row. This store has one on Savile Row too, which obviously gives them some credence, doesn't it? Because that's the gaff in it.
So are you? What are we going for? Farmer chic. What? Why didn't you go to one of the designer gaffs that I would have expected?
Because with designer gaffs, you're paying for the labour, aren't you? You're not getting better quality. You're paying specifically so that it's got fucking Boss or Dior or Gucci or whatever written on it. You
And
don't
also-
want like he will get a lot more suit for his money from a place like this.
I looked at the prices, and the prices for a Dior jacket that I saw was more than what I got yesterday, and I got pants and a good tailor. Like I'm gonna get to go back and.
So
Who
when?
gives a shit? And it's his job to develop relationships and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you'll be friends for life. When?
Well, I've
An hour and a half.
When
I
are you
said to
going
him,
back? When are you going back for the measuring? That's key,
he
isn't
said
it?
6 weeks.
Hang on. I thought you were. You're all at the gym.
Yeah, well,
You know?
he said 6 weeks, it'll be ready. But he said basically 2 weeks before is when you want to get. He said, as Adam said, maintain, don't be losing weight or gaining weight like within 2 weeks of the wedding. So I've got up until then, really.
I think I bought my jacket for the wedding literally about 2 weeks before because I didn't know my weight changes. So,
Yeah.
but I didn't go to Jeeves and fuckwits. So.
What's the vibe? Because Serica told me the other day it was a bit of a curveball. She said she essentially went, "I want to see you in linen."
Yeah, so the party, as in the wedding party, is tuxes. So the groomsmen are in black tuxes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in white and black, they're in black and white. And then everybody else is upstage the bride. So, like, come and looks. Don't be like,
Question. Sorry. You just said you're in white and black and we're in black and white.
yeah.
So are our pants white?
And you know what I mean? As in, like, jacket.
So we're in black jackets, you're in a white jacket. That's the only difference in it.
Yes.
Right. So it's not white and black and white. Because for a second there, I had a moment where I was like, I'm going to a wedding with Italian food and I've got to keep white pants clean. Are you fucking joking, sir?
No, I remember jacket.
And then at the party, you're going to be like the man from Del Monte and just in
I mean,
linen.
do you mean in the evening?
Listen, you know your wedding
There's
better than
3
me.
parties.
Of course there is. We're there for 17
There's
months.
technically 4 parties, but in the evening I'm gonna have a nice shirt to change into because I don't want to be all constricted in a jacket. And Serica's
Are
got,
we
like,
encouraged to come out of our tuxes in the evening?
yeah, you want to? Because the picture's gonna look a bit odd if I've changed and you haven't. So I don't know what you're wearing. You're wearing some kind. I want you to be.
Multicolored robes.
Joseph?
Yeah.
Oh, technical a dream
I want
car.
you to look like
Different Joseph, actually. But
Joey from Friends. I want you
he's
to.
friends when he marries Monica and Chandler.
I honestly thought you were doing a Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat reference.
So do you know about that? Do you know Joey marries Monica and Chandler?
No, I mean I might have done, but it's not as important to me as it is to you.
So in the
Because you've
bill,
watched it 27 times.
that's a massive, genuine understatement.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I think I've seen every episode of Friends at least 40 times each.
Okay, and
Like,
I believe
it's at least been on 40 times in my vicinity.
Yeah, you haven't sat and watched it, but it's been on.
Yeah.
Who needs to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm when you can just go back to Friends again?
Because it's because I'm addicted to my phone now as well. It's second screen stuff, innit? Like it's just on.
Yeah.
So as a very nice thing, the exact same situation. Monica and Chandler asked Joey. Well, he sort of forces their hand, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And sort of wins the right to marry them. And
And I'm so Joey.
you are.
Just carry on. I was being
you're
stupid.
good.
You
Yeah.
love food.
I love food. I'm always shagging, mate. Absolute pounding it.
But he asks, can he wear multicolored robes? In the end, he ends up wearing
An army outfit
he ends up wearing a World War II officer's uniform.
with Gary Oldman's spit all over it.
Come on. You're telling me G's and fuckwits don't sell that?
Probably.
They definitely do.
If you can get us, I'll override Serica on this. If you can find
luck
an
with that.
army suit that's covered in Gary Oldman's spit, you can wear it to marry them.
Seconded.
Right.
Um,
It'd have to be Gary Oldman. It can't be other Garys.
no,
Can it be
Oldman.
Gary Oldman's sister?
Gary Busey, maybe. Or Busey, whatever you say.
Can it be Little Mo from EastEnders?
No, it can't be a sibling.
Same DNA.
I want you I want it to be obvious that you're the Ministainer.
It's going to be obvious that I've come back from, the war.
Are you going to be nervous that morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that I can't do it.
Yeah.
I know I can do it.
asked you because
but
you're-
it's more important than any gig.
The reason I've asked this is because I mentioned it to Carl yesterday. I've seen you at big gigs and you've done comedy, like, is it 20 years now?
Yeah.
And you are one of the best I've ever seen and one of the best, like, in the country's ever produced. And on a big gig, you get a little bit like, fucking focus for an hour. I've seen you have like your little moments.
I've been a bit inconsistent. It's not consistent because I've done other big gigs that I've strolled in and felt really relaxed. There's the arena for a load of reasons. I felt like that I was all over the shop on that. Not that I didn't enjoy it, but there's been speeches I've done at weddings where I've caught myself 20 minutes before and gone, good God. I'm really aware of
It's
it.
a big speech, this one.
It's just I spoke at my sister's, I spoke at Matt Reese's. Like, it's not easy. Like, whenever it's because if it's just stand up, you're like, cool, I got this. So, like, a good example of that is the roast, which is out next week and is going to be one of our most popular specials because the first roast was amazing. Same as the first roast. It's the changing of the rules, isn't it? It's the changing of the setting. And it's important. I honestly, with the wedding speeches I've done, it is relaxed. Like, it's with mates. Matt Reese's was hard because there was 80 French people that didn't speak English. So, that made it more difficult. Yeah. And your nerves do go up a little bit. I know I'll do it. I know I'll be fine. But it's because of how important it is to the day and to you that I'll be concentrating,
I'm not even
put it that way.
1% like nervous about you doing like.
No, I'll be fine, but
I know you will be,
but when you're a stand-up, if you like, I've got gigs tonight and I've got New Year's Eve and like they're big gigs and you just roll on going, I know this set, I know the rhythm of it, smash it. Your wedding is more important.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't want to screw that up.
I'm going to be trying to get in his head all morning. Oh, yeah. Wouldn't fuck this up, he'll never forgive you.
But then I also factor in that Adam might do that, so that's fine.
But it'll be.
Do you know what I mean? If you were like, God, that's really out of character for Adam, man, that's really put me off. But if you know Adam and you know he likes fucking with people, you're like, yeah, this is fine. It'd be worse if you came up and went, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, that'd do his head in more.
I think you're going to do amazing. A lovely thing that you're doing this for Serica and Carl.
By then, I'll pitch it perfectly just to throw you off.
What is that? Gary Oldman spit? You did really well there.
It's a cardigan then.
Oh, no, I was still in the bit.
I don't think you can mess it up because you're writing it. I won't know if you've messed it up.
Well, I'm also doing it as a black American preacher, which is going to feel better for me. Oh, loud.
Yeah, but that'll be great.
Everyone's gathered here today, black and white and black, and I'm not talking about ethnicity. I'm talking about the suits.
Well,
no? Oh, is that not allowed?
I'm just saying this. Very white.
Right. Oh, is it a white wedding?
With Ishan.
Well, that's fine.
It's a nice day for a white wedding as well.
Can I wear a polka dot bow tie?
No, you can wear a black bow tie. Actually, yeah, you can. Black polka dots on black. Go for it.
I will find that bow tie.
And then we went watching camera shopping, which are the two things I love wasting money on.
Right, cool.
We didn't buy any watches. We went and had the fantasy watch day.
Yeah.
Where we tried on watches we don't have the money or inclination to buy.
Yeah.
But made the poor guy sit down with us, sign us up to his newsletter, and then let us try on the Batman.
Wow, that's straight in the spam folder, isn't it? That is unsubscribe immediately. What I think, listen, I'm just saying the watch thing might be getting out of hand with both of you recently. Just
what, because we went and looked at some.
No, there's, the
My watch collection is, I only buy cheap watches.
All right. What are you up to, 14?
Yeah, but I'd say they all combined don't go over £2,000.
Oh, right, okay. You're just like a choice of timepiece.
Yeah, it's an accessory for your outfit, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
You've got a few.
I've got a new one coming for Christmas.
How many have you got?
My most spending. Me? Not many, 43. I've got every one for every, yeah. I've got a Rolex for every birthday.
Adam tried the Batman on. What do you think about that?
What's the Batman? I heard you say it and I ignored it the first time. But
I think my 3-year-old son's got it.
So he was looking at the
Batman.
He was looking at the root beer and the Wimbledon, but he tried the Batman.
What are all these words?
So you just don't know fashion.
Oh, I've got the Harvester and I've got the Café Rouge. What are we talking about?
Café Rouge.
I don't know what the Batman is. It's the blue and black dial.
Oh, is that just not just like the standard Rolex? That's what I think of.
No, it isn't. No.
So when I think of a Rolex, that's what I think of. But I don't
unofficial
know. I've only seen
Yeah.
them in Turkey. I don't know them.
Yeah.
They're unofficial names for colours of
Oh, look at that.
watches.
That delivery's expensive, isn't
You'd
it?
expect it to be black.
By the way, I've got absolutely no intention of buying it.
You just wanted to play
No,
Watchmen.
what happened was we were looking in the windows of a shop and we're like, should we just go in? And we walked in and we're just browsing around. And this fella came over and was like, would you like to buy a watch? You want to come and sit down and have a free drink?
I'm going to do the wedding like that. I've changed my mind.
If someone offers you to sit down
He went,
with
do you
a
want to
drink,
try it on? And we were like, yeah.
Yeah, because he's seen you roll in with a Jeeves and Footquit bag and gone, this is it. This is Christmas paid for. I'm going to sell a fucking Pepsi and a root beer.
Pepsi is one.
And a cream soda.
Pepsi is
I
a
know
very
it is
popular
one.
Yeah, okay.
You've got like the Jarg version of the Pepsi.
You have
haven't
got the Jag Pepsi.
Yeah. I sat down with him, showed me through, spent £49. I paid for Easter.
We just went fantasy shopping, but it was class, wasn't it?
It was beautiful, yeah.
Like just going and trying on and like it's getting to see how like the super rich live. Like you can just walk in and be like, I'll have 75 million watches, thank you, in a bit, lad. But we
Can I
didn't do
try
that.
them all on at once?
Basically, we
Is
walked
that
in.
door locked?
We walked into a watch shop and mugged them of a sparkle of water and a San Pellegrino.
Yeah, I got a free lemonade and tried on a nice watch.
and I had a shite.
And we walked in. It looks like the most bang-on thing ever. We walked in, he went, hi, mate. Yeah, he went, you all right? He went, yeah, you got a toilet.
No,
You can't
not
shit
quite.
in a
Very
Rolex
quick.
shop.
I'm living proof that you can.
He did. No.
So what happened was I needed the bathroom, but I wasn't desperate. So we walked in and he was like, let me know if you want to try any on. Let me know if you want this. Do you want a drink? Do you want a coffee? Do you want a tea? Whatever. And I went, I suppose you got a bathroom, have you? And he went, yeah, sure.
didn't
And
wanna let
he
you
showed
in.
me through and I just went, lad, a quick muck.
I came here for a Batman and a shite. Yeah? Not in that order.
Did you make a sale, John? No, and the box stinks.
And we're going to need a new bathroom.
With a negative sale. It's costing money on air freshener.
the San Pellegrino.
Negative.
Yeah, we probably cost him like £4 yesterday.
Yeah. In Febreze alone. And then we went and...
It's just a girl. It's like a... Laura goes to IKEA or John Lewis and then just wanders around and looks at stuff.
Oh, I'll show you my new camera. Go and get it.
It's like a version of that, innit? It's like the boy version of that.
You brought it in?
Brought it in, yeah. And then we went to Real Camera in Liverpool, which is a camera repair shop / they sell old cameras. So Adam bought a new point and shoot.
You know, like the film camera that I bought to take to Nashville?
Yeah.
Well, it's broke. And that does happen with them because they're like old, they're like from the 90s and they're not the most reliable things in the world.
It sounds like me.
You you buy them and like it's just like, look, we'll give you a 2-month warranty, which is your consumer rights one, but beyond that we can't really guarantee it's going to run forever.
Yeah, you know what you're doing, don't you?
So the one I bought earlier in the year is it's popped its clogs. So I went in yesterday, I managed to get a new one and he threw in some film, he threw in a spare battery, he threw in some spare lenses. He was very helpful.
You really enjoyed that camera, didn't you? It's like it's a fun thing to do. Like
It's so much better than taking pictures on your phone.
I bought this. Oh, I'm out of breath now. £70. It includes this lovely leather bag.
Right. For the
I'm
audio,
auditioning for QVC, yeah.
for the audio listeners, it looks like a spy bag.
It looks like an Uzi.
You look like you're going to go and catch people speeding.
Sick, innit? It's a Super 8 camera.
There's been some OG porn made on those.
Yeah.
I literally said to him yesterday, he should literally get like one bit of film and just film himself getting sucked off.
Yeah, £70. I mean, the reason it's so cheap is the film and the development is expensive, but
It's a hobbyist, isn't it? Thing.
yeah,
Like,
it's sick, innit?
right.
Yeah, so that'll be coming to Italy. I'm
Nice.
going to give it to people and everyone can just pull the trigger and get some shots. And
It is a characterful bag, isn't
I
it?
wanted to go back. You judge us a lot, Dan, when we talk about our like comfort shows. Like you've got Friends, you've got The Simpsons. I watch The Office. Have you not got that at all in your life? Is there never a show that you go back to over and over again?
But I don't.
the news.
Yeah, on Al Jazeera, it's just reassuring.
Just love the news.
I like to hear news about the
Well,
Middle
not
East
today's.
broken from the Middle East.
He goes back to watch Al Jazeera from like 2004.
1991. Oh, it's kicking off in the Gulf. So you watch TV in a different way than me. Like I sit down
With
and
our
go,
eyes.
I'm going to watch TV. Like I've just, yeah.
Dan does this.
I just like taste it. Laura's like, stop licking the TV. It's Wolf Hall. I can taste the 16th century. I don't put something on to not watch it.
That's insane.
No, it's pretty sane.
It's not.
To you, in your reality, you're like, I don't even get it. I can't. You at the end of the day go, oh, I'm just chilling out, shutting down. I've just put on something massive on the screen to slightly distract me from the thing I actually want to do. So I don't do that.
Question then, just on this.
Father Ted is my answer, by the way.
Right, okay.
Father Ted is something that if I'm just
It's only about 9 episodes of it.
Is it?
shut up, Carl.
Shut up.
Nasty bitch.
Here's a question, right? Let's say you've got the house to yourself. The kids are at the boxing. Laura's on a bath holiday.
You've had a wank.
Right?
I just want to pause. Bath holiday. She's going to the baths.
No, she wants a bath.
She's gone to bath.
Right?
But she refuses to go to the baths in Bath. She's a bit of a bitch like that.
And the kids, you know, they've got title fights, but you've seen enough of them.
Yeah, the under fours. He's undefeated. Yeah, my son will smash a toddler's head in.
You're in the house on your own, and you're in the living room, right? And you're predominantly on your phone. You're having a scroll, or like we're talking in the group or whatever. Is your TV off?
The lights are off.
Me not understanding what a WhatsApp group is. Oh yeah, it's just on my phone.
Is your TV off?
Yeah.
Oh, that is psychopathic.
If I came into your house, if a burglar broke into your house and you were in the living room with the telly off, just on your phone on your own, that would terrify them. They'd run out. It's good home protection, I'll give you that. That's mental.
I'll give you this.
Is it the save on the rates?
Sometimes, they're big. It's a big screen. What's lighting it? Electricity. Sometimes I might put Sky Sports News on.
Yeah.
That's a good example.
Yeah.
That is an
show,
absolute
yeah.
backgrounder.
Yeah.
And then also, I've got kids who,
They're at the boxing.
right, but a lot, their TV's on a lot. So,
Yeah, that's absolutely
right, so when
fine.
they're at the boxing-
like I'm saying, like you got the house to yourself.
no, I'd stick the TV on to watch something. And
So you watch a Bluey upstairs and a Bluey downstairs. It's a kids'
2 episodes of Bluey.
The kids' TV show. And porn.
What TV show would I go back to as a bit of a, definitely Father Ted.
I would never have guessed that.
I also like a Faulty Towers sometimes.
Because it reminds me of your 20s.
It's so,
28th birthday
It's
this
so
came
well
off.
done. It's so well done. It's really well done.
Father Ted was a morning show for me. It was on before school. I don't know why. But it was on, like, it was like... What was
on
on?
Channel 4?
Frasier was on.
Yeah.
Was it Frasier?
Yeah, it was Everybody Loves Raymond
Yeah,
as
everyone,
well.
big cook.
No, where's Father Ted going on there?
Father Ted was...
You're misremembering.
Come
I'm
on.
almost certain you're misremembering. that.
Frasier and
I
Everybody
don't
Loves
remember Father Ted. I
Raymond
remember
sounds
them
right.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm misremembering.
Father Ted's too naughty for that. Like Frasier's so
Raunchy.
Frasier's so
Safe.
Accessible.
safe, accessible, like sort of family viewing in a way. Father Ted's like,
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, maybe
you fucking idiot. You can't have that at fucking 7 o'clock in the morning.
Kind of miles.
So well done.
Oh, I haven't watched Father Ted for fucking ages.
Oh, it's
I've never seen it.
unbelievable.
These cows are small, those cows are far away. It's just...
The writing on that was...
You should watch it because it is
Get it
class.
on the list, the never-ending list.
Yeah. Are we going to do this half marathon, babe? We're going to do it?
Yeah, but you've got to get Carl involved.
I'm not doing it.
You can't do... Come on, Carl. No. I'd never let you down if you wanted to run somewhere and, you know...
I don't like running, and I
Right.
don't want to learn. So, no.
Learn running.
I'll do it with you.
Yeah, I'll be very proud of you. I'll sponsor you. It's for the kids, innit?
Oh, I was just going to do it.
No, we've got to do it for the charity. Like, it's a waste otherwise. Like, you don't have to massively push it, but just at least have a link saying I'm running this. Like, even if you got 200 quid, it's 200
I'll
quid.
do something else on the same day.
Oh,
a
tell you what we
sponsored-
could do. I have already.
No, here we go. Here we go.
agreed to
Here's
this
me in
yesterday.
fucking Mozambique
No. So,
on a unicycle.
here's the thing. I have signed you up for another Zoe's Place charity physical challenge.
Yes.
But this one, you don't have to get on a plane.
Nope.
You do have to get in a boat
A dragon boat.
because I've signed us up for the Albert Dock Dragon Boat Race in September next year.
Right, yeah, cool.
We need 18 of us in our boat.
The drag. Is it just?
No,
that
you just
just
drag the
rowing?
boat.
You just drag a boat.
We're dragging the boat.
Oh, right, okay. I was worried then. Yeah, that's fine.
What do
That's
you mean?
good. That's good, that.
Just tell me what it is.
Rowing.
It's a rowing race.
Oh, I'm an absolute rose, man.
18 people in one boat, and the race is in the Albert Dock.
Who's on your list?
Jack Finnegan is
Matthew
number one.
Pinsent, the brothers from The Social Network. I want to win. There's no way we're not winning.
The Van der
Pinsent.
Hosses.
the-
Is that it?
yeah.
The Van Hossen.
The Van Nistelrooys.
Rue Van Nistelrooy's coming.
Jan Vennegoor of Hesseling.
Yeah, all them.
But you up for it?
I love Pierre Van Hooydonk.
I think that'll be a good special.
Is it a date we're definitely not on tour? Are you sure?
It's in September.
It's September. It's not when we're going to film abroad, is it?
It's, oh yeah, God, might be. Don't know.
What date is it?
I don't know.
Adam's done that a lot recently and got away.
Gina
with it.
rang me yesterday and said,
Please run something by us just before you say
ran it
the
by
word.
Carl?
Yeah, it doesn't count. When you...
by the way, I said I don't know. He said yes. I said I need to speak to Dan, and Carl said no. We'll do it.
Yeah, but I owe the group some yeses.
I'll do, but if you
I'm in a bad position. I've lost my leverage recently by saying no to the Santa Dash. I'm in a position where I have to start saying some yeses.
This is
I have a tenner?
this is a totally doable one, isn't it?
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this will be fucking great. And we'll have the lads and then some Have a Word Pod legends helping us out.
Yeah, but definitely he is right, Jack Finnegan.
Yeah, Jack's doing it all.
As long as
Jack's
he's
doing his with his hands.
Like the
He's
beer
not
bike in
using a,
Amsterdam.
I'm rowing in Jack's lap. That's how fucking... Yeah.
But I'll do something else. When you do the, I'll do a cycle maybe.
India's made me realise that having something in I've never done it like this. I've always done exercise when I sort of fancied it, and I've done it of my own volition, which usually, recently, means not doing it. But having to train for India got me ready for India, felt better. You have to do it. And then once you're doing it, you're in the group, and that makes it easier. I get it. People have been telling me this for years. Sign up for a fucking half marathon or a marathon. Because once you get there, you have to train for it. And then on the day, there's the adrenaline and the fact that you're running in a group. And I know you don't fucking have to get to know the person running next to you or whatever, but it's the fact that you're in that herd, aren't you?
yeah.
So I've signed up. Rummy signed up. Neil signed up. I'm just, all
I
of my
will-
middle-aged mates are going to be
Neil?
doing it.
Who's Neil?
My neighbour Neil too does now.
I will 1,000% do it, yeah, and I'm very excited because I can't really get motivated for training unless I've got like a target.
Well, I see that now. And we're in London for the Liverpool half that you mentioned. We're
Which
away
is,
that
you know,
frustrating.
frustrating, but
I went out
will
for
be
a
meaning
run this morning. Got straight out.
Did you? Yeah.
Did
Where'd you run?
6.11k.
That's just fucking annoying. That either do 5, do 8, or do 10.
I did. I didn't.
Or
go-
6.
I've done
So-
6.11. I go out my house, go up the lane, up to the fucking road, round, down the side of the ring road and back. It was just I checked. It was 6.11.
You know, genuinely, from a runner to a runner,
Thanks.
right?
Athlete to
In
athlete.
that situation, you'd be better running the 5k or 6k and walking a little bit back. You shouldn't run to your door and then go in and sit down or get a shower.
Run to what you can do.
And you should warm down with a walk.
I warm down with a cold plunge.
That is so stupid.
Snapping off.
Felt
You should-
fucking great.
Yeah, of course, but like it'll feel a lot better if you also warm down a little bit. So run the 5k and that last k, use it as your warm down and then get in the cold plunge.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna
You shouldn't
do.
go from running to stopped.
I'll run the 6.11, get in, immediately goose Laura and just take it slow.
Yeah.
You won't. Nice.
Like
You know,
woman porn.
she was getting ready for the school run, but she knows what.
Do you wear the
She
helmet
knows
to
what
run?
time it is. What?
Do you wear a helmet to run?
Yeah, absolutely. I want backpacks, water, everything. Helmet. I wear a guard from cricket, just in case someone tapped. You never know when you're going to get dick tapped.
Are you my
I wear.
It's so funny when one of us just gets Steve sometimes.
What got him?
Do you wear a helmet to run?
I don't know it, Dan. He's a safe guy. It's for kids.
So I always run with a helmet. It was pitch black as well. I couldn't see where I was going. A helmet would have been good. I'm on it. I'm a healthsman, mate.
I'm excited and I am 100% in with you.
I promise I'll do something on the same day. But
I am going to have
just
to let
can't.
Alfie Brown down, who I roped into signing up for the Liverpool one. And he has already paid his deposit and
But
is
he
booked
did
it.
bail Paris though first.
And the Liverpool half last year
Yeah, so he owes you one.
because his dad passed away or something.
No, I think he did.
This new show that it's mainly about missing a half marathon. It's pretty deep. Let's have a break, shall we?
Yes. What's happening, lads? Time to tell you about my absolute favourite sponsor. It's lovehoney.co.uk with the promo code AFF-word20. 20% off site-wide. This Christmas, it's time to give the gift of orgasms, isn't it, Carl?
It is, yeah.
Great. You like coming, don't you?
I love coming. And you know what? If there was a website that helped me come more, I'd be all over it.
Exactly. You sound just like your mother. They sell sex toys. They sell sexy outfits. You know, you can get yourself a Mr. or Mrs. or trans clause. And you can have the hats. There's all sorts. There's sex toys. There's dildos. There's rabbit vibrators. There's
Lubes.
cock machines, lubes. There's all sorts.
Fuck machines that you can just fuck.
And listen, Christmas is the happiest time of year, and it's even happier if you drain those balls and drain that pussy, okay? So lovehoney.co.uk, and the promo code is AFF-word20, and you can come for 20% cheaper than everyone else thanks to us. We've got you by the balls in a good way.
What's sexier than Father Christmas coming?
Oh, you haven't got an answer?
It's a rhetorical. I don't think there is. I think that's number one, isn't it?
There you go. Lovehoney.co.uk.
Oh, if you're enjoying this public episode of Have a Word, you should sign up to Patreon.
Patreon.com/haveawordpod.
Got the biggest Patreon in the UK. One of the biggest in the world. You get early access to the public episode, so you get to watch a video of that on Saturday morning. The pubes get it Monday. You also get an exclusive episode every Wednesday. Just me, Adam, Carl, and the boys.
We are 15th on the planet right now.
I'm Finn.
15th in the world.
Absolutely. He's a boy.
Completely unaffiliated, independent podcast ran from the heart of Liverpool by the people who fucking come up with it in the first place.
From the
mate.
ground upwards.
Top 15 on the planet. You are?
Yeah. And the specials once a month. My God. Our boy Will Hutchby is fucking good. So many good ones. The lock-ins, the 2 Amsterdam, the Ghost Hunt, Nashville was an absolute biopic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's not the word I meant.
Three-piece special. You also get
Epic.
access to tickets, so if you want to come and see us, you need to be a Patreon, really, because they sell out very fast.
And talking about tickets, if you're going to buy a loved one a ticket for the new year, it should be for Murderers Row, some of the best stand-up you'll ever see. Saturday the 22nd in Cardiff is sold out. Friday the 21st is the extra date. Come and see us in Cardiff. All Cardiff live shows, bang, this is going to be a belter.
The only time we'll be in Wales, that's for sure.
Oh, I really like Wales.
Apart from when I'm fucking your mum. Oh. And then I'm in a
She doesn't
whale.
live in Wales.
I know, but he takes her to a B&B.
She's a whale. So
Oh,
I'm
you
in-
mean the animal rather than the country.
Right.
Yeah, she is a whale.
She is a whale.
Yeah, it's a common thing when a woman's like larger.
Yeah.
It's a really misogynistic and horrible way to call her fat. You big fat whale bitch. Like
So
that.
see you in Cardiff, Friday the
Or
21st.
My mother.
I need to sell that one out because it's my daughter's birthday and really I should be home. So, I tell you what.
Bring her the show.
Because she's got boxing. It's birthday boxing. She fights 3 times. That's what she's like. You've got
New Year's Eve. Me and Carl are running our first ever New Year's Eve super party. We thought long and hard on the title for that.
Well,
We've
the lids
got-
will be there. Other parts of the gang. Not Dan. He's Bath and Laura.
We've got stand up hosted by me. We've got Brennan Rees on, another special guest, TBC. We've got Sensei Carl's only quiz of the year, first and only one of the year. And then the lads who do the country days are playing us into the new year from 11 p.m. until God knows when in the morning. Not just country music, of course. There might be one or two, but just classic party bangers.
Yes.
Nice.
Like Celebrate by Cool and the gang.
So, it's loads of stuff.
Go and buy tickets because...
Get involved.
What else are you doing? Sitting at home playing board games with your granddad.
Blaglams.
Leave him. He's not
Ticket
gonna
link
see
is
you
in
next
my
year anyway.
Instagram bio. It's in Carl's Instagram bio. And if you are a patron, it's on the Patreon from where we posted it last week.
The only way to spend a good night, what I've always said.
We're going to work on our slogans, promise.
I wept yesterday morning.
Oh, also, sorry, you can win £1,000 by just being there.
Yeah. Beer pong prize is £1,000.
I wept yesterday morning because I realised I wasn't going to be there for the £1,000.
Thank you.
I watched Meet Joe Black for maybe the 4th time. And I woke up early. I tried to not eat tea. I can't do that. I don't know why I tried to do it.
Why?
Trying to be a bit more, just trying to lose some tub. And we went for a big old Nando's, me, Harry and Finn. So I was like, do you know what? We had that about 2:30. I just pushed through.
I didn't have
But I
to eat.
wake up dead early. You know when you wake up hungry, you can't sleep because you're hungry. I just went on Instagram Reels and someone had thrown up a film. You know when they just throw you a bit of a film?
Yeah.
And it was the bit in Meet Joe Black where the cunt son-in-law to be gets his comeuppance from Anthony Hopkins. I was like, fuck, I'm going to watch the film. I'm just really in the mood. So I watched a bit of it. Then the kids came down and it didn't feel appropriate to be watching a film about death with my children. So paused it and watched it just sort of like after the school drop-off for about an hour and a half. And I've never cried as much. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if it was like hormonal or if it was just the early start. But when he knows he's coming to the end of the film and his life, and he's saying goodbye to his daughters, you know when you start like weeping and your eyes go, but then there's also that like, I couldn't hold it and I had to go, it was so, I have never cried. Like
Joe Black, yeah.
My mum dying. I've never cried like that.
Did you turn Sky Sports News off to put that on?
I was double screening it and also triple screen watching, Tate Pavetta's boxing. I have never, literally Laura came in and went, are you all right? It got me weepy a couple of times early. I find that film very emotional, but
I think it's absolute dog shit, and I've really struggled to get any emotional.
Oh, it's
connection to it.
so
Is it
good.
'cause you're the
It's
dad?
not a good film.
So good.
It's a
It's
stupid
so
film.
good. And also,
it's a
it's got
stupid
Brad
film.
Pitt
Brad Pitt's the best
speaking
actor of
in a
all time.
Jamaican
That's
accent.
coming up.
class. That scene.
Oh, Bia, what are you doing in the hospital?
Is that when you cried?
Oh, child. Oh, that was honestly.
Everything gone me Irie.
No, sister, you're gonna be fine. Stop bitching about the cancer in your tum-tums or whatever he says.
Why
so
do you keep
good.
going then? Do like a 12 Cries of Christmas?
On the 12 cries. Green Mile next.
Do you cry at Green Mile?
Are we watching the same films? Try watching the Green Mile without friends on a second
I
screen.
know Tom Hanks though. I know he's not in.
The Green Mile can get you.
Hang on. What
That's
point were you?
a very.
You were desperately trying to play contrarian then. No, Tom Hanks is fine.
The Green Mile
just
is a very emotive, and it's very possible that you cry at that film.
They kill an
Meet
angel.
Joe Black. Dan, I'm telling you right now, a therapist would be able to feel. If you went into a therapist and said I cried at the end of Meet Joe Black, they'd section you.
Hopkins is
Is it
unbelievable.
Meet Joe Black or Yo Black?
Joe Black.
All right. It's only called Meet Yo Black. I'm trying to work. I've never seen it.
Right, spoilers. Right, here's the concept of Meet Joe Black. Right,
You know what I mean?
spoilers. If you're going to watch it, skip 5 minutes into the future.
Me and Adam have started a film club to rival yours, go on. Right, it won't fucking rival ours. Shut up.
So,
It's the fact.
at the start of the film, Brad Pitt is like, he has this like meet cute with this girl he fancies.
Is he Joe?
Suits. Oh my God.
Harry, are you all right?
Harry, I love you. But if you did that,
I didn't fit that one. I
did?
promise.
You
Yeah,
did?
you did on the episode.
We fixed it.
No, you fixed it. I fixed that car. It's blowing up again. Well, wasn't me. Carry on, Adam.
Okay, gonna hold it.
Freddie.
all we need is radio.
Joe Black.
At the start of the film, Brad Pitt has like a meet cute, like a street passing this girl that he fancies, and then
she's beautiful.
Spoilers.
Sparks.
Spoilers.
Sparks.
Spoilers.
Is he Joe Black?
No.
No, not then.
Okay.
So then he immediately gets run over by a truck, and Death, who is Joe Black, Death, the Grim Reaper, goes, "Oh, there's a body there. I'm just gonna go and live in that for a week." So then Brad Pitt is Death, and is going around the world just experiencing being human. But it might as well be a kid's cartoon. It is absurd. It's stupid.
It's great.
It's funny. It is funny.
There's some funny moments.
It's worth watching, but it's not a good film.
It's 3 hours long
It
as well.
should not get you emotional because it's so ridiculous.
What else have you cried
It's
at?
from an old Italian play called Death Takes a Holiday that they made into a film. This is like fucking 80, 90 years ago. It's the remake of that. Like it is so far-fetched, but it's once you sort of buy in, it's very watchable.
You
And Brad
audibly cried,
Pitt's
though.
brilliant in it.
Best actor
Anthony Hopkins is brilliant in it. Susan, it's such a well-done film.
It's like
The
Cher.
daughter.
You know,
daughter.
Susan.
So Death basically is interested in this Bill Parrish guy who's a very famous media mogul, and he is interested in him for whatever reason. He's a very powerful man. He wants him to be his guide through life. So he basically makes a deal and goes, "I'll give you extra time if you just be a guide. I want to experience life," and that's how it plays out. But it builds because he goes eventually. Spoiler alert. He basically goes, "Right, our time's done. And he's gone through, you know, a bit of a narrative and whatnot, as you expect in a 3-hour epic. The end.
3 hours?
The end where Anthony Hopkins knows he's about to die. Oh, mate. He has to say goodbye to his daughters.
Well, that's what it is, isn't it? That's why he wasn't finding it sad, because he's not old and he hasn't got kids.
No, that's not what it is. The reason I didn't find it sad is it's a ridiculous movie,
But also-
and it's impossible to buy into
He's
it.
saying bye to his daughter and Dan can buy into
It's
that.
like crying at Star Wars or something.
Finn probably has.
Oh, you could. Right?
Never cried.
When Jar Jar
But
Binks dies.
genuinely, within all of all absolute heart-melting narrative, Carl, there is a bit where he goes into hospital because Susan is a doctor, and then an older Jamaican lady goes, Obia, why you come for me? And then he answers, because he's dead, in her patois. Oh,
Have you never seen that clip?
Yeah, I've seen that clip, yeah.
Right. Oh, thank
That
God.
didn't make
for
me
that.
cry.
no, that doesn't make me cry. That makes me want to do a standing
Have you
ovation.
seen Marley and Me?
I don't think I have.
Don't watch that with the kids.
He celebrated that like a goal at the end when the dog died.
Last minute winner.
Are you big criers at film?
No?
I've not cried at.
The last
I've cried
time I
at
cried
one
was-
film in my life ever, and
What
that was
film?
15 years ago. The beginning montage of Up.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, so again, I struggle to
It's an animation.
because it's an animation. Yeah,
But that's it.
Click when his dad sees his dad for the last
That's
time,
the first time I cried.
Yeah.
and he pauses it and goes back. That's sad. That's sad because
No
that's a
tears,
believable
though.
film.
Were
What?
there tears though?
Yeah.
Finn,
Oh.
I don't think you're a crier
No.
at all.
I cry once every 3 years, maybe.
Do you think it's because if you start crying, you won't ever stop?
No, he's worried about the World Cup.
Not another Middle East one.
Do you think you've desensitized yourself to all emotions because it's safer?
Oh, that's me, by the way.
No, I don't know. I don't.
Oh, yeah, I don't cry. I cried at a Down syndrome girl on Love on the Spectrum.
Oh, I'm so glad that was on a programme.
I don't know, it was so cute, and that got, yeah. I
Have
think
you cried
vulnerable
about
people
your
can cry.
real life?
Like what? Like
No, I mean, because obviously you've been through a bit of trauma, not to be that kind of being a fanny or whatnot, but there's stuff in my life that is absolutely worth a bit of a cry. The Simpsons has got me, I'd say, lifetime, 30 times, maybe 40 times I've teared up at The Simpsons.
yeah?
Bluey, if I'm in the right mood and the kids have got Bluey on and you concentrate,
Kind.
oh my God.
Decent.
Hentai gangbang. It's, you're like, how could they draw something so beautiful? Jeez. No, actual Bluey, I'm telling you what, you're not parents yet, but the parents listening
Isn't
will
that
go,
a helicopter with a face?
oh my God, Bluey is so emotive. Is emotive the right word?
Yeah, what's a helicopter with a face? It's not a joke, by the way.
Will you Google that?
A helicopter with a face.
Yeah.
So I've spoken to my therapist about this.
Are you still seeing her? Are you having a little...
I've had a little break because I've just been too busy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like genuinely. So I've cried about breakups and relationships, but I don't cry about death. And I think the way I've sort of intellectualized that is death is final and there's nothing you can do about it. So because to me, if someone dies, it's well, there's nothing you can do. That's the end of it. I find that less emotionally less emotive than a breakup where it's we could do something to figure
could
that
save it. Also, there might be fault on your part with the breakup. You might feel death isn't your fault.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah. Right.
Someone dying.
I can see it making sense, but it doesn't.
It's not right.
It's a trauma response, isn't it?
Totally. Someone who is ill and dying and we can do something to help them gets me. When Gina rang me and was like, Zoe's place is saved, I had to go into Pret a Manger and have a cup of tea because I was about to just burst out crying in the middle of Film 1.
Yeah. That's good. That's healthy.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've sawn myself down, mate. Not I was in I've just gone, no. It's not, I just don't want to
Turn it off.
Sawn myself down.
Yeah,
Switch.
sawn it,
I know what a saw is. I just don't know whether that
I
analogy
meant
works.
sanded, I think. Yeah, I'm why am I crying? Just to tell you, I can turn it off.
But that's what happens. you project onto the thing you're watching, don't you? It's connected like that. That thing about relationships is true. When I split with my first girlfriend, it was about 9-10 months. And it went like a Palestinian widow.
That is a bit much, that, mate.
I think you went to the wrong place. I know what you
Really?
meant, but you went a bit wrong.
Oh, sorry. Like a Jersey widow. No, that didn't work as well. When I split with Nikki Clark, the hairdresser, my first girlfriend, I'd love to see tape of that.
She
I'd
must
love
have
to
knew
see
that day was coming, though.
She's doing this.
Such a nice girl. He's not even from Jersey. That was full weep, and it was not. It was partly that because it was sad, but I'd also displaced all of the stuff from like a death and gone. Nah, it's fine. I'll just do this. And then when that finally went, I think it was so much more going on that morning. Oh my God, I wept.
Are you feeling your mortality?
Yes, a little.
You ready to weep again, Dan?
I don't know whether that's going to get a screech or a smooth.
I think he wants to put his cock on your ass.
Yeah. I think it's kind of smooth, isn't it? There was no real segue into this.
All right, cool.
Should we do some Dan versus food?
I mean, you've cut a good conversation off early to do.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were done with the conversation. I thought there was a natural lull.
Normally when people are done with the conversation, they stop talking.
Finn.
They had.
Stop. Finn, don't all of a sudden take the wheel.
There was a few seconds of silence.
See, this is where professionals and newbies come in. I knew not to get the wheel.
So yeah, I was really dealing with like me breakup, and I displaced all my family trauma.
Shut up, you
Shut
boring
up.
old swat.
You're gonna
We've
eat
talked
some
about this
fish or
before.
something now. You're hungry.
We've done this 4 times. Sorry.
Could be the name of the podcast.
We can all
very nice.
shout and lie.
It's a very nice cable knit jumper, that, Finn.
Thank you. Marks and Spencer's.
Yeah, I tell you what, they're going up in the world. Then.
No, you're just getting older.
Yeah,
Not an ad.
not an ad. Yeah. I'm not sponsored by Marks and Spencer's, mate. I'd be a fucking billionaire.
I tell you what, Marks and Spencer do really well.
Big market
food.
They do, yeah.
They do good food.
Finn, do you want to do Dan versus food by any chance?
I apologise for cutting off your sensitive talk.
Yeah, stop being sad about life.
It's fun. What? We tried to meander through the sad until there's a funny bit, and then we move on. But you were like, nah, it's just sad. Let's fuck it off. It's fine. It's all good. We love you,
some
Finn.
funny bits.
All right.
Some of them.
Just get me the scran. I'm not going to lie.
All right, okay. Right, let me go and get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dan versus Food. Dan is a 43-year-old father of 2, and he's scared of dinner. And we're going to occasionally give him some food to try that he wouldn't normally try of his own accord. What have we got today, Finn?
Fucking
What is it?
Oh, what
stinks, mate. It's Harry's gagging.
Is it pate?
Pate, spam.
We've not got pate. So what we've got is spam, some corned beef. I'll get you the bin in a minute. And then we've got a selection of sandwich pastes.
Harry's gagging. Harry is physically gagging.
What's a sandwich paste?
It's so they get like the arsehole and the liver and stuff of an animal, and instead of throwing it away,
Blender.
they blend it and then spread it on bread.
See, this is what you're going to do at the wedding. It's
So-
going to be a similar thing.
I mean,
So
he's
we got-
not lying though.
No, that's actually what it is. Now I'll tell you right now, corned beef, mate, is absolutely delicious.
And that's how it works.
You eating it doesn't make you'll eat anything. You love a pig's arsehole.
Can we show the plate to the ladies and gents at home?
Spam, corned beef. What one's this?
That's chicken paste,
Chicken paste.
beef
Beef
paste, and salmon paste.
Okay, so I wouldn't eat the salmon paste if you paid me £1 million.
You
But the other
fucking
ones,
knobhead.
we are going to need the bucket.
It absolutely stinks.
Oh,
man.
I
Like,
know exactly why you cut that conversation off. You were like, yeah. Let's make him gip.
So the corned beef, starting it off gently. Yeah?
Let's start with some corned beef.
Corned beef.
Corned beef.
Is that vegan
I had a
beef?
corned beef sandwich last night.
Oh,
it's
God.
nice.
That makes it.
It is nice.
What is it?
Corned beef,
Right, you
get
don't
one
just
word,
say it again.
beef and corn mashed together.
Is that all right?
Brown sauce with that on a little butty.
Oh,
Some Worcestershire sauce crisps.
Harry's face is a fucking
Right.
picture.
I mean, edible.
Yeah,
What are you rubbing off there?
the gelatin.
Just some jelly.
Because you won't want the gelatin, will you?
What's this one?
This
Spam.
is spam.
All right.
Now, I'll
remember
be honest
this
with
I've
you.
got a good feeling about spam.
I don't know what spam is.
Oh, that is backgammon.
So it's basically like it's a good replacement for
Described
bacon,
himself.
but you have to fry it. You're eating raw
No,
bacon.
it's not.
No,
Bad
if you
Girls.
fry that, it's gorgeous.
Right, this is not a million miles away from, like, this is,
Gorgeous. Absolutely delicious.
it's clearly piggy.
If you fry it, it's nice. That's
Oh,
not very
these
good.
first two have been bad. Right.
Okay, now come on, Dan. Eat your chicken paste.
Chicken paste.
So this is a chicken's arsehole that's been
So
blended.
this is what my dad used to have for his lunch every day when he was here.
Your dad's fucking mental, though, isn't he?
He
Does it now
is.
taste better because Mehmet
Respectfully,
likes it?
Mehmet. Which one are we starting with?
Chicken.
Oh, brilliant.
I reckon.
Yeah, because, so it's chicken, beef, salmon.
Yeah.
I'd go salmon last because you are going to be sick
It's
when you
the
eat that.
headliner.
Dan, just think, it's just chicken.
It is just chicken.
I'd rather think it's just beers.
It's chicken on bread.
It is chicken on bread.
Did you even get any chicken then?
Have a bigger bite. Have some water.
You okay?
No.
I'm sorry.
Chicken paste.
So bad.
You need
What was
double
the
chop.
what was the pasty?
The
What was
chicken
fu-
pasty. Yeah, chicken bake.
Oh yeah, cum. It was cum pasty,
Oh,
wasn't it?
chicken pasta. Ah!
Chicken and pastry together. What? What's
Big
that?
bite.
Beef.
Just a beef. That's a burger.
Beef butty.
That's just a burger. Oh, he doesn't mind.
This right. The corned beef and the spam and this all taste a bit like stuff that I like, but like the worst version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cheap.
That chicken, that
Yeah.
chicken bastard on her back.
Yeah.
Have another bite.
No,
It's just a burger.
shut up.
Right, and last but not least, salmon paste.
I can't do it.
You can.
Dan.
I
Well,
can't.
Dan versus food, innit?
I know, but I can't do it.
You can.
Dan, come on. And you've got to bite it, not just tickle
You can, and we'll be so proud of you.
Stop it. I don't need that.
it. Come on, Dan. We love you.
So this is spreadable fish on bread.
They blow the fish up and just
Just
collect
imagine
its
a
guts.
full salmon has been blended up and spread on a baguette. Oh, that's what you're eating.
No, it's more like
Maybe have some water, clean your palate.
Harry, do you want a bite?
Absolutely fucking.
I tell you what, I'll throw you the rest over.
He's veggie.
I think that's yellow haddock, actually.
I'm veggie. Literally 3 seconds ago.
That was a big bite.
Oh, he's done well. He likes it.
Oh, you love it, don't you? Look at him.
Oh, shit. It's
Oh no.
going to explode.
You can barely tell it's a fish embryo.
Whoa!
Oh, my God.
That's the worst one I've ever done. Worst one I've ever done.
Fish embryo. That's like a fish's pregnancy.
I'm going to brush my teeth.
We need the
You read
ratings.
the ratings?
Oh, fucking quickly then.
Have one more bite.
No. All of them, 2.
No,
No,
corned
the
beef
last
wasn't
one's
two.
-3.
Corned beef wasn't
I want to
two.
brush my teeth.
What's corned beef?
Quickly, corned beef 4.
Spam.
Spam 4.
Bread paste.
Chicken.
Chicken.
Chicken
1.
paste?
Beef.
It's fine. 4.
Salmon.
-29.
And if you think about it, the salmon's still tickling the back of your throat right now, isn't it?
Your belly's full of it. It's
Probably on your
basically
tonsils.
salmon cum.
Oh, time for a burger, I think. See you in the second half with Jacob Hawley. What's happening, lads? Time to tell you yet again about our OG day one sponsor, manscaped.com. Promo code WORD20 for 20% off everything and free worldwide shipping. What are we focusing on this week? It's the Chairman Pro. And right now, the Chairman Pro package is available. And you can get this, which is an electric foil shaver for your face, like. And you can also get the aftershave serum and the shaving gel to go along with it. And that is on top of all the other brilliant products that they do, like...
Oh, we've got the Lawnmower Pro and all the kits with everything they do. It's the best thing you can buy a man for Christmas. Christmas is coming. Stop buying men crappy presents. Go to Manscaped. Up their ball game, up their faith game.
Christmas is coming. Your gooch is getting hairy. Get one of these for your ugly Aunt Mary. Or your uncle.
Bars, mate. Manscaped.
Word
Get on
20.
it.
Promo code's Word 20. 20% off. So you can get the perfect Christmas present for the man. 20% cheaper than all them mugs out there that
How
don't
much
listen
is
to
the
the
shipping?
pod.
How much is the shipping?
Free.
Mate.
Worldwide, lads.
What?
Send it to Botswana if you want. Shave their balls.
That's
or
where-
face.
Is that where Auntie Mary is? Botswana?
I don't know.
Manscaped. We are back.
No one's mentioned my cardigan, by the way.
It's really nice. I don't know why anyone would take the piss out of your knitwear. It's good stuff. Jacob Hawley's here. Hey.
There is cheering going on.
I was going to say, it's a bit of a delay on it.
Thanks for coming up, lad.
Thanks for having me. Really
Thanks for
appreciate
joining
it.
us for lunch, even though you weren't hungry, because
No.
I not told you about lunch before you ate
You
on the
hadn't told
train.
me, so I ate some shit fucking baguette on a train with plant-based sausages. There was no actual sausages left at upper crust.
Don't
Are you
mind them.
veggie?
No. So I just had shit sausages for no
Do
reason.
you know, genuinely, and this might be like a toxic trait of mine, maybe this is like the carnivore in me, I'd just not eat.
What, rather than fake sausages?
Yeah.
But I had sausages. Do you know what I mean? I'd got on the train thinking I'm going to get a sausage spaghetti. It's going to be fucking great. I'm going to eat that on the way. You hadn't told me there's going to be burgers that you were going to pay for on a business account when I got here.
Mate, Linda McCartney makes nasty black sausages.
So, here's the thing. I do the Linda McCartney frozen ones that you get from the Asda, the rosemary and red onion ones,
Good gear.
are absolutely fantastic. And occasionally,
I got it.
if I'm feeling fruity, I'll be in the Asda and I'll be like, I'm going to have a sausage butty for me tea. I'll remember Linda McCartney exists. I'll go and get some frozen Linda McCartney red onion and rosemary sausages and I'll have them.
But if it's not them,
Yeah, like if I go to like a Tesco meal deal place or anything like that,
Yeah.
and all the butties have been ravaged, and like there's only like, you know, the really shit ones and then the plant ones, I'll just wait and eat something else much later on.
Heck sausages are good. Chicken sausages.
Is that chicken?
Heck, yeah.
The thing is, like, we say, oh, God, I wouldn't have a veggie sausage. There's not much more meat in a meat sausage than a veggie sausage. Do you know what I mean? They're so full of shit. They're so processed. They've all got soya in anyway. Like, heck, is it chicken?
Tastes like it.
Could be chicken. Like, do you know what I mean? It could be chicken
I
feet.
hate chicken sausages. You get them in like sort of Muslim-leaning holiday countries, don't you? Like Turkey, Greek. Do you know what I mean? Like on the breakfast buffet, they love a little chicken sausage, don't
I
they?
thought we were going towns then. I was going to have a real
face as
extra.
that came up?
You know what I mean? No. Like they, and I get it. Like crack on, but they do lean. Like,
What's the Muslim lean?
what do you mean?
Are they like
They
this?
don't eat pork.
Well, they don't eat pork, do they? So they're like, hey, sausages then. And you're like, are they though? And they're like, fucking chicken sausages. Bollocks, mate. Turkey ham as well.
Good gear though, innit?
Bollocks.
What, turkey ham?
I'm out my
Do you
depth
eat
here.
turkey ham?
No, not since I was a kid, but it was heavy when I was a kid.
Turkey bacon. Oh, shite.
It's very American, that, isn't it? You go to America a lot.
Yeah.
They have a lot of like
Go on
turkey
Tuesday.
bacon out there. Yeah. You spend more time there than you do in Liverpool now.
I would love to.
He's taking a suitcase full of Linda McCartney's though. He knows what's up.
Not the sausages. Yeah, like, but again, like American bacon is the best bacon. Like streaky, crispy,
Dirty bacon, innit?
Dirty
Naughty
bacon.
Dirty bacon.
That's
Sweet
the-
bacon.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
it's almost sweet. It's caramelized bacon, really.
well, sometimes so they'll candy it, so they'll
That's it.
they'll cover it in maple syrup and cook it in that.
Jesus.
Dirty boys.
Go ahead.
But it's very calorific, but fuck me, is it good? Also, I remember when we went and I got steak, egg, and chips for me breakfast.
Yeah,
And you
feels
were like,
wrong.
what are you doing? I was like, hey, when in Rome, mate.
Yeah.
Or Manhattan.
Feels wrong though. Steak for brekkie.
And on the pancakes as well.
It's just syrup and
Syrup
just
and meat
strawberries
and-
and all
oh,
mad.
Fucking
Yeah.
bad, man. In America, you eat more calories for breakfast than I would eat in a day. Comfy.
Easy.
Like also like the way you'd eat just on a fucking Tuesday. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's Tuesday, let's have steak for breakfast. I have steak for like birthdays. Do you know what I mean? It's such a decadent way to live.
Like, Jim, with the breakfast you had in Vegas? Me, you and Steve.
Oh, that was it like a mixed grill sort of thing?
It was sort of like 11,000 calories each. It was like chicken with like, I don't know. It was insane.
Yeah,
it was
it was mad
horrible.
in there, wasn't
It
it?
was lovely, but it was like, what am I eating here? It was just like a mound of meat with like
Yeah.
all sauces and
For breakfast?
yeah,
Yeah, so and it was a breakfast gaff, wasn't it?
yeah.
And we queued up and we were like, because they were like, oh, the table's gonna be like 45 minutes. So we went, oh, I'll go and get a coffee and come back. And they were like, yeah, but if it's any earlier and you get called, you just be taken off the list. So we got back really quick, queued for a bit, and then they were like, yeah, sit down. And then they were like, we'll do this mega breakfast thing, and you can have it for how many people? So if there's 4 of you to do it for 4. And we went, go on, we'll have that. And just this fucking
Disgusting. It was lovely, but
Like a food challenge amount of food.
yeah, you're looking at it going, what the fuck?
Did you eat it?
We
you get
we
through
put a
it?
dent in
Gave
it.
a go, but
we
like,
probably had half of it,
yeah,
maybe less.
Do you remember what your day was after that? Do you remember what you were doing after that?
sleep.
Well, that's the thing.
Was that the UFC day?
No, it was the first day we got there. UFC was the second day. I think we just shopped and just chilled. Went to casinos,
What other?
made a bit of money. Adam lost loads of money because he kept going on the roulette.
I was just like, here's how I gamble, Jacob, right? I'm playing for the moment. Do you know what I mean? I'm not playing to win.
You're not playing to win. You're playing for
I'm
joy.
not playing to win 20 quid. Because, like, if I said to you, you know, when I was in Vegas, I won 20 quid.
Yeah,
you'd be
great
like,
story.
Give a
Well
shit,
done,
right?
Well done for going to Vegas. You could have.
I'm like, right, I'm not spreading me 100 quid bet that I'm doing. Like, I was limiting myself, like, per hour to a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I'm spending 100 quid in this hour, $100, I'm not going on and going, I'll have $5 on this and that. I was like, $100 on me birthday. Can you imagine if that comes in? You get $3.5 grand, you walk off, you bankrupt the casino.
Bellagio's closed.
Vegas.
And then you have to wait 55 minutes till you can bet again.
No, because if you win, then you're in profit, aren't you?
Oh, right.
Could lose 100 quid within an hour. I lost, 700 quid on the week?
About that, yeah.
Yeah.
I only played blackjack and I was like,
Which is a lot of money, by the way, and I wasn't happy about it. But, like,
It's 2 breakfasts.
that is part of going to Vegas, is you're paying for the entertainment value. And I thought, if I put a little $100 on 11 here, it just comes in. Everyone around this table, they don't know I've lost the last 18. They just see me do this one.
oh, cool guy.
Do you know what I mean?
They haven't seen the tears.
Me and Finn were talking then about winning loads of money.
Carl's insane.
No,
He's actually a madman.
I said, if you found out right now you're a billionaire, for whatever reason,
What would you do?
like in that second, not like I'd go and
I reckon
buy a house.
you could-
That second.
But I reckon you could have a million guesses of what Carl would do first, and you would get nowhere near it.
Can I just get the parameters? You get a phone call and go, it's from your mum, and she's like,
got
hey,
a bill.
I've just forgotten. I've got £4 billion in the account that I forgot to tell you about. You can have one.
Yeah.
So you've got one bill.
It's not like I'd go and buy a house or I'd go and book a holiday. I mean, in that second, what would you do?
I'd really struggle to concentrate on the rest of this podcast. You know what I mean? Like Jacob's come all the way from London.
Yeah. I'm getting fucked up. If any of you win $1 billion today, this is a wasted
I
trade.
think you're going home with 10 grand minimum. Just 10 grand.
What would you do?
I'd
What
just
was your answer?
kick the nearest old person in the face.
Do you know what?
By the way, that is bad news for you, brother.
And then go, there's 50 grand lad. And they go, all right.
No, you might kill them.
No. And
There's
saying-
old people nearby that you could kick to
I'll
death
make
in
sure,
one
I'll
go.
make sure that they weren't that old then. And I reckon interest-wise, the time it's taken me to kick and get them up, I've made money. So it's actually I'm in profit.
It's a mad bit of logic, that. Also, what happens if you accidentally pick on the one old fella who's like a master of Taekwondo
Yeah.
or something like that, and then he kills you to death?
Kills you to death.
To death.
Kills you to death.
That's a big worry.
Kills you all the way till you're dead.
Gutted then, aren't I?
Yeah, because
I said I'd go into one of them phone shops, the phone repair shops that I made.
Yeah.
I'd go in there and go, lad, you hate your job, don't you? Go again. I go, here's $500,000, smash the shop up. And he'd love it, wouldn't he?
he would, yeah. That's a good answer.
That's a good answer. I think liberating retail staff is a good thing to do. Do you know what I mean?
Or kicking old men in the face.
Especially at Christmas time, going around all the fuck shit. Like I used to work in retail, and like Christmas, you lose your fucking mind. If you've ever worked in retail at Christmas time, you lose.
Reckon
Your,
hospitality, so.
yeah, same thing.
I don't think it's comparable to
No,
retail.
totally no.
No, but it's similar. It's similar. It's putting up with people at Christmas who are being cunts. Do you know what I mean? They're more demanding than ever.
And there's more of them.
There's more of them, and you're not getting paid anymore. You're also there's that thing in retail where you get surrounded by Christmas temps. Do you know what I mean? They hire extra staff.
Yeah.
They hire them on like a 1 month contract. So they're just fucking morons. They don't know where anything is. It's worse having them there than not having them there. And the best thing you could do with that money, as you say, is just going into those shops and being like, look, finding the one who's closest to a breakdown and being like, I'll protect you. Do you know what I mean? You can do whatever the fuck you attack the manager, set fire to shit. Do you know what I mean? Like strangle the Christmas temps if you really have to.
I would love to kick the fuck out of a lush.
That's what I was about to say.
you could
Get
have
a
done.
really massive hose and take it to Lush.
Thank you.
And just
You want to smash shit up, don't you? He's like,
No.
do you know what Harry said? I go and buy a new pair of shoes.
Harry,
yeah,
I'll
but look at
take
his
you for
little
some
winging head.
shoes now. We'll do
You
it.
want destruction comes in.
I want to take a fire
I don't have
hydrant
that.
to Lush.
Go into Lush and fucking eating everything.
And just
else.
having a massive bubble bath
you
amount
get
of
a fucking
bubbles come out
fireman
onto the
hose.
high
You make a
street.
big bath out of all the Lush gear and everyone's
Just like turn Lush into one big fucking super bath.
17 people drowned in Liverpool city centre.
They get
They
it.
smell
don't get
unbelievable.
it.
Yeah.
The urge to just
You don't
destroy.
kill anyone. You evacuate it. You go, hey, I'm about to set all these fucking bath bombs off. You cunts, get out. And then what?
It's a very low end terrorist, isn't it? Of all the bombs,
on the
of all the
second floor
bomb
is like,
threats.
It would have been.
I know them.
It would have been a much nicer riot in the summer. Do you know what I mean? if the riot is in the summer, if the far right in the summer, rather than being racist, if they'd have just washed Lush away.
As I've always said, go into John Lewis, push all John Jewish. Go into John Lewis and push all the tellies over. That's up there as well.
Have you got no destructive tendencies at all?
Not when I've just got £1 billion.
The energy you'd want to get out would be
Yeah.
insane.
Would you not want to break something?
No. I literally
Would
don't.
you not want to go to one of those like smash up gaffs?
What,
Have you
like
seen
with
them?
the axe throwing in that?
No.
No, it's not. No, you get like a sledgehammer and you can just
Destruction room.
fucking just do
Like
stuff.
they give you like an Xbox and a telly and something to smash the
Yeah,
bit.
but there's no jeopardy in that.
No, that's different.
So much more jeopardy in like a Curry's.
Yeah, it's
PC
methadone,
world.
isn't it? That's methadone to smack. Like those smash up rooms.
Yeah.
Like what we really want to do is go up and smash up a fucking John Lewis.
Imagine going up to like the fridges in Curry's and just ripping all the doors off. It'd be fucking unbelievable.
The problem is you don't want to do anything that could get you prosecuted.
That's
and
why we
jail
don't
time.
do it. That's the
what you've got
only
money
reason
for.
we don't do it.
No,
Shut up, officer. Here's a mill.
right.
Yeah, but
and you've just got that
They
out.
sent one policeman, by the way, to arrest him. There's a man who smashed up the entire of the city centre. Signed Alan.
No, you go into Curry's, I don't know, you rock bottom some cameras and some Nest Ring doorbells or whatever they're called, and then do you pay the staff to shut up?
Nice.
Finn, do you not have that breaking tendency?
I maybe when I'm like pissed.
Were you
It's
not-
completely sober. I'm not going, I want to like smash this shit up.
Were you not
I've
that
got
kind
the
of kid?
kind of like when you're fucked up and I kind of get it. Like the old like chuck the,
No, with the
like,
energy
the
you would
TV
get-
out the hotel window and
The
stuff.
energy you would get from that text would feel the same.
I'd just be like,
Speaking of
financial security.
speaking of Finn,
me mum's house.
speaking of Finn being pissed, and I'm going to give him a panic attack now, but there's no way I'm not mentioning this.
Oh, God.
You missed this, I think, at Almost Famous. So you know your karaoke the other night. So as we were sitting around waiting for our dinner to come round, Finn went to Steve. Did Holly have a good night the other night? And Steve was like, when? And he went, Holly was out with us, wasn't she, after the karaoke? And Steve was like, I wasn't even out with you, I didn't go. And Finn had a moment where he just sat there and was like, no, I was talking to her later on. Holly wasn't there, and Finn was talking to a woman for 2 hours and thought it was Holly. He's got no idea what he said to her or the conversation they had, but he was speaking to her as if Steve's girlfriend was
I
there.
asked her how Steve was and she replied.
Most people know a Steve though.
Yeah. It's a really easy
Was
one
there
in
someone
Liverpool.
out with us that
Yeah,
looked
in
like
Liverpool.
Holly?
No.
Huh?
In Liverpool, there's a lot of Steves.
Exactly.
It's a Scouse name,
Oh,
Steve. innit?
Steve, I found. Yeah, it's good.
Was there? You were out with us.
Oh, I also
I didn't
got
start
told-
seeing Steves.
I
I didn't
also-
start seeing Hollies.
I bumped into Slutty Susie.
Yeah.
Slutty Susie
Oh,
is
yeah, he was out.
a dancer from Bongo's Bingo. Do you know what Bongo's Bingo is?
Yeah.
So he's one of the dancers in Liverpool. Eels.
lovely.
And
The goat.
he seen me at Derek's the other day. Derek's, the sandwich, paradise. And he was like, how's your mate Dan doing? This was on Monday. And he was like, has he recovered yet? And I was like, I think he's all right. Yeah, I've just done a podcast with him. He was like, he was on another planet on Saturday night. And
Oh dear.
I asked him like who all the people were with that he was dancing with and talking to. And he told me, I don't know any of them. I've lost everybody.
He hadn't. We were
That's
there.
literally, that is so harsh. Because I was with Bondi,
with Holly?
my oldest friend in the world, and Steve and Holly. And the ghost of Christmas future.
I didn't think I was that pissed, but clearly
I was. I just about remember seeing him. We were leaving. Everyone was like, "Come on, you're done." I was like, "I'm done." And then the gang from Bongo's Bingo turned up and went, "I'm not done," and tried to get a second wind, and instantly had to accept I was done.
You a big drinker, Jacob?
Yeah, as much as I can.
Should have been now,
I've got
hasn't he?
like 2 kids now. It's hard to get out. Do you know what I mean? Like my life's too fucked. To like the closest I get to a night out now is traveling back from gigs. Like what I'll do is it's so fucking sad. I'll treat myself to a bus or a train ticket rather than driving. Take 6 beers and a weed edible and text my friends on WhatsApp. That's my night out. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's quite bleak that you can have 2 kids and a bus ticket becomes a treat.
It is, mate. Wait till you fucking got Dan.
Don't have kids then. It
Dan?
sounds poo.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's fucking. That's the best bit.
How old are you?
32.
2 kids at 32.
Same age as us.
But that's not the thing. I get this sometimes. People are like, oh, that's young to have 2. It's national average. Do you know what I mean? Like national average is like 27, 28.
No, because in our head, we're not 32. You think yourself as younger.
Well, it's also you work in media.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And people basically, it's like people who work in media are lazy babies, and so they do everything 10 years late. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So when I was like 27 and my girlfriend was pregnant, and I was telling other people who work in comedy, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have a kid. They were like looking at me like, well, you should be getting an internship at 27. Do you know what I mean? It's like this is the normal time. I grew up in Stevenage. Stevenage is like the European capital of teenage pregnancy.
You're a late bloomer in
I was
Stevenage.
like, people were fucking offering me IVF in Stevenage when I was 26. My sister had 2 by the time she was 21. Like
Is that because
I
there's
am
nothing
late.
to do in Stevenage?
Yeah. Just have a kid. There's a big Primark, and the kids section's the best bit. So you've got to have some fucking babies.
Reason to go.
No, I don't. I mean, like, yeah. I wish I could go out more, but it's. I've got a fucked life.
How old are the babies then?
My little boy's 1. My little girl's 4.
Oh, so you're deep in it then.
Deep in it. Got a cat. She's pregnant. She's fucked as well.
She loves Primark.
Question.
IVF.
You know when your cat gets pregnant,
Yeah.
when the cat has the kittens, are they just going to be released into the wild or are you going to sell them?
No.
Released into the wild.
I don't know what. I don't
They
know
would all
about cats. do
die
I?
after an hour.
Also, I live just off the A1 in North London. If we open the door, it's like they're all just.
I don't know about cats, do
You
I?
know it's a domesticated animal. It would die instantly.
But this is the thing.
Instantly. I'm outside of my own. Ah.
They would live for 6 hours max. They would die in the cold and not being fed.
But
It's like a baby. When you have a baby, could you keep it or just release it into the woods?
So how do baby leopards survive then?
With their mother, they stick close to their mother.
Yeah.
Also,
Don't
they're-
live in
they're-
Stevenage.
Yeah, they don't live on the mean
They don't
streets.
get born, they just run off.
Try and give them away in Stevenage tonight.
So
we
what
just
you
had
do
a
when
litter of.
'cause
You have to look after them. With
I
the
never
mum.
I never get like Facebook posts or anything like cats for sale. Do you know what I mean?
I've got them, mate. Like seriously, 2 months time. Instagram / Jacob Hawley. If all of your patrons could give me a shout. I mean, if you wanted to create a new patron tier and give away some kittens, I'm game.
Well,
Like,
a lot
I've
of
got-
Are you giving them away or do you charge for them?
Most
Well,
cats are given away for free. But if they're like, expensive ones, you will
this
pay.
is it. Well, these are Bengal.
Oh, so you're paying them.
Bengal cats. Yeah,
Yeah.
these are good cats.
Indian cats.
Basically, my
I honestly thought he was going to say tigers. I was like,
so earlier in the year, this is genuinely true. I was stressed, right? Because I've got
Who
a heart-
fucked your cat?
Well,
how stressed were you?
I can tell you.
I was like, who, because that makes it sound like it was a man.
Mate, I know exactly who fucks my cat. It was another cat called Mr. Lover Lover. This is 100% true. So basically,
Oh, he's a local cat, is he?
he's not a local cat. He's not, mate. So we got the cat. This is 100% true. I was in hospital with stress-induced heart problems. Right, my missus.
You're living so much life early.
Yeah.
How bad is Stevenage?
I'm 19. I just look like this. I'm fucked.
To be honest, you'd look okay for 19. You're a young-looking 32. I'd take that.
So I was in hospital, stressed out. My missus texted me from hospital being like, I'm down the pub. There's someone who knows someone who's got Bengal cats. Would you be up for getting a cat? Now, 1-year-old, 4-year-old, I don't really need anything else, but she's like, okay. I was like, fine, whatever, let's get a cat. We get the cat. Now, my missus is a midwife, and she really likes like pregnancy and all that business. So I was like, get the fucking cat, get a whatever it is, splayed. I don't know, just
Spayed.
that. Yeah. Sort.
Display it.
That.
Display it.
Turn the oven off. Do you know what I mean? just get rid. Anyway, she didn't. And the cat is getting into like teenage years. She's getting hornier and hornier, and she's just fucking screaming. Like, I don't know if any of you like
Harry does that.
Mate, do you know what I'm talking about? Like, she basically hangs around at the back door where she knows the male cats are near because they all they can smell her. So they're outside our back door. She's there like all fucking day wanting
Screaming
to
for
get
dick.
fucked. She's screaming to get cocked down. So then, a few weeks ago, she came into heat. It got worse. She basically became the fucking exorcist. Like, she's there, head spin around, like, fucking lick me. Do you know what I mean? Going crazy. I'm trying to work. I'm like, I've got stuff to fucking do. So I'm like, I said to my girlfriend, I was like, Lana, you got to sort it out, right? The cat's fucking... So I was like, do something. So she goes on, she phones the vet. The vet has a look at her. The vet's like, she's too horny. Her fucking bits are too... like swollen that they couldn't do anything. So my missus goes on petsathome.com. There's like a forum bit where you can like shop for another cat to fuck your cat. Because they were like, the only thing you can do is get your cat pregnant. The only way you can relieve her and make her stop fucking screaming is to get someone to fuck her. So my missus is on the Pets at Home
Is your
website.
mum a cacao?
I don't get what you mean.
But do you know what it feels like? You'd think you'd go on the Pets at Home website and it would just be like really like, oh yeah, we've got a white tabby, blah blah blah. I swear on my life, it was called Mr. Lover Lover, and I swear on the way like people write about their own cats because you pay them.
Just swipe through the pictures.
Mate, it's like that. I felt like a fucking cuckold trying to find someone to shag my missus because it's like the way it's written.
Do you have to pay? Do you
I
have to
paid
pay for
£200
for cat sex?
for Mr. Lover
Who gets the
Lover.
money? Does he get the money?
Who?
Mr. Lover Lover?
Well, yeah, I assume he gets a biscuit out of it at the very least. His owners.
cab.
And they they're trying to get you to buy this cat's spunk. So they like describe it. They're like, Mr. Lover Lover is a broad-shouldered, like alpha of a cat. He strides around the house confident and happy. And so we're £200. And I thought, because the thing is, when I was younger, we had dogs, like Dachshunds, like similar to what you've got out there. And because this is sort of like so basically we didn't have much money growing up, so we used to try and breed the dogs. So I spent a lot of my childhood like getting driven around Hertfordshire, watching someone else's dog trying to fuck my dog. So I know what I know what animal breeding looks like.
What a childhood that
I
is, by the way.
know, mate, bag over the head of the dog. Apparently that's not normal. She was just ugly. But we had to... she was bald. It was horrible. But so I know what... So I was expecting to drive to Mr. Lover Lover's house and just watch Mr. Lover Lover shag my cat. What we had to do was drop my cat off for a week. For her to just get shagged for a week. By this Bengal...
Shit.
By this I keep nearly saying Bengali. It's not Bengali, it's Bengal. So that sounds worse. I had to drop my cat off to get fucked by
Did she
a
come back happy?
She's not screaming.
She's just smoking a lot.
Yeah, cigarette. She's got a vape on.
18 to 30s was a fucking nightmare.
Lover by name, lover by nature.
Not screaming is a level of happiness, though.
Limping back into the house with a cigarette. She looks like, that Lily Phillips girl who's like, I shagged 100 men in a day.
Have you seen the interview with her?
Oh, mate,
it looks so sad.
It's the bleakest thing in
Watch
the
the
world.
Josh Peters documentary. He's great.
Oh, yeah,
On
I'm
YouTube.
gonna. I've got it lined up to watch because we spoke about it on our podcast, and the thing is like it's a laugh. Do you know what I mean? When you initially hear about it, and you're like, "Fucking hell," and then she was like, "I want to shag 1,000 people."
It's
in a
not
day.
physically possible.
Well, no, I mean, I've done the maths. 'Cause
It's every 40 seconds, isn't it?
I love that we've both done the maths. Yeah.
But then, like, do they have to finish?
No,
Well,
Do you have to last 40 seconds?
they don't have to finish.
They have to finish now.
But this is what she was saying.
Why
on
do you?
the-
Sorry, do you think that doesn't count if they don't finish?
No, not really.
What if
So if
they
I
don't-
shagged your mum, as long as I don't come in her, I haven't fucked your mum.
That's the stone cold.
Of course. Of course, Adam's not really talking about his mum. It's just generic mums, even though he said your mum.
If your mum comes to you and was like, Adam, I
No, but I think
like,
if it's-
smashing the
if
life
it's
out of me,
Guinness
and
World-
hey, I didn't come.
If it's a Guinness World Record, I think there has to be some fucking, like, rules.
Yeah, the rule is bell end in pussy.
penetrative sex.
I love God. What if they don't even love each other?
I don't know. I think,
Call me an old
Hey,
romantic.
good to know.
So every 40 seconds is just like new cock.
Yeah.
Well, but then in the documentary after she shagged 100 lads, it's fucking horrible. She was like basically a lot of them because she had a little timer for 2 minutes to try and
Oh, yeah, and she didn't press
squeeze
the
them all
timer,
in.
did she?
And then the lads would be like, "Oh, but I've not finished. You promised me that I'd finish." And she was like, "Oh, well, you're not a patron, but like you."
She gets
the-
upset.
Yeah. So she was like, "I felt like I had to," and it's like as soon as someone in that situation says, "I felt like I had to," it's like, "Oh my god, this is the fucking."
People flew in from other countries to
I
do
know.
it as well.
What a holiday.
Yeah, he
What?
said it was the most expensive shag I've ever had. It was like, bruh,
Yeah.
you're horrible.
It's mate, it's the bleakest, and she put up a reel like when it was happening of like she just showed all their trainers. She went down
Yeah,
like a
around the-
corridor outside of the room she was in. You could just see all these men's feet. She just showed their feet queued up. It's the fucking.
Well, when they walked in afterwards to film the room, the cameraman gagged.
Yeah. I had the same one. At the same one, I went, nope, not today. Oh, not today, Adam and Dan.
No.
Didn't know it, didn't hear it, want to leave it. When they went in the room afterwards, the cameraman was gagging on the smell of sex. Like he wanted to be sick.
See,
She should have washed.
She was washing after everyone, she was showering after everyone.
So what's the smell
No
then?
wonder it's taking so long. A shower?
What?
Condoms, cum and tissue all over the room.
Mate, I've been to a porn set. I've seen a porn set. It fucking stinks.
Yeah, but these are with humans.
Huh?
You've been
People
to pets at
watched,
home.
Dan. People watched. All right.
Why have you been to
So
a porn set?
I used to do a podcast for the BBC that was about porn and stuff like that. And so they were like, so initially the producer was like, would you be up for going to a porn set and watching porn being made? And I'm like, yeah. And then he was like, right, what it is, it's like an ethical porn thing. It's like woke porn where there's a gay guy who's got HIV making a porn film about how it's okay to have sex with other men when you do have HIV, so long as you take the pill that's called PrEP. And I was like, oh, I'm really glad I've said yes to this. Do you know what I mean? So
I feel like he should have given you the information before you consented.
Yeah,
That's a rug
yeah.
pull,
It's-
that is a rug pull, innit?
yeah.
We're going to watch porn, mate. Fucking right to do. Right,
Yeah.
two men. One of them's got AIDS.
Yeah.
You said yes now. You said yes now, sir.
I was already in the Uber, like I was already like. But it was, yeah. I mean, what was mad is it was like just around like COVID times. It was when it was all sort of half lockdown.
Have a mask on.
AIDS is worse
Well-
than COVID, isn't it?
What kept happening was they kept having dropouts. So they like crew members kept dropping out. So like the guy doing the lights was also doing the sound. And then basically they were going to do two scenes. There was one guy who was booked in to just do a blowjob scene, and then they had someone else who was going to come in and be the kind of
Arse.
thanks, yeah. He's going to get bummed basically. And then the guy who was booked to be I think it's the bottom is the term you use, right?
Yeah.
The guy booked to be a bottom phoned them up and was like, "I've got COVID, I can't make it." So I was sat at the kitchen table with the other guy who was supposed to just be doing a blowjob scene. I was sat with him when they said to him, would you mind doing the other scene as well? And like the sigh that he did when he went, yeah, fine, I'll do it. I've never seen someone look so exhausted in their fucking life.
It's got to be quite funny if you're a gay man bumming another man and he coughs and he turns around and goes, don't worry, I haven't got COVID. That's just the AIDS.
Does AIDS give you the cough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucks your immune system, doesn't it?
HIV does.
What?
HIV is an envirovirus. I don't know if AIDS gives you a cough.
AIDS removes your immune system so that a cough could kill you.
No, I thought that was HIV that did that.
No, HIV leads to AIDS, which is what does that.
Either way, you're wearing a mask, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's
Do you have
it.
to wear a mask with AIDS?
No.
Yeah, but you know, this is coming out of that lockdown. Can't be too careful. I'm cancelling because I got COVID. He's got AIDS. He's still making it.
Yeah, he's still turned up.
What did you do while they were doing the...
Well, I mean, yeah, it was
Bombing?
you sort of interviewing them before and after and talking to the guy about why they're making it. And I mean, they sort of said, they were like, do you want to watch the scene? And I'd never watched two men do that before.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Was
yeah.
it interesting?
I don't know if I'd say interesting. it was
Can't have been boring.
no, it weren't boring, but it was also
On your phone.
basically it was hard because so I at the time I wasn't having any dairy, right? 'Cause I was doing-
You're going to have to join these dots pretty quick.
yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, Christ. No, I need some milk now.
No,
I even got a yazoo. I've got a hankering.
at the time I wasn't having dairy, right? So and the thing is, it's like you've all filmed stuff before. You know what it's like. There's a lot of moving lights. There's a lot of changing microphones. There's a lot of like you just stop for ages. You know, it's not just like right in. Fuck, stop, done. There's a lot of like, right, we've got to move a light because you're going to go over here. So there was just a lot of like downtime. So in the downtime, the guy who had HIV, it was like this whole thing was like his fucking project. So I was interviewing him a lot. But because it was his thing and he'd funded it, he was like a bit anxious. So he was just like trying to stay busy. So like, you know, we all sat down and he's like, can I make you a cup of tea? And I was like, yeah, sweet. And I was like, if you don't mind, mate, can I have oat milk rather than cow's milk, because I'm blah, blah, blah. So he was like, yeah. But then I saw him in the fridge, and I was 99% sure he put almond milk in the tea, and I'm allergic to nuts. So he gave me this cup of tea, and I was just being polite, so I drank it, But I don't know if any of you have got an allergy. It's kind of like if you worry that you've eaten it, you worry. It's almost like you can feel it happening.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know if
Literal placebo effect sort of thing.
yeah. And so I don't know if you've watched Little Britain, but it was like that. Like I was sat there watching these two guys sort of
No.
bum whilst one of them's got HIV.
You didn't just vomit.
I didn't vomit, but I was constantly trying to stop myself vomiting because I was 99% sure I was having an allergic reaction to a cup of fucking tea.
You didn't vomit.
But I was just terrified that they were going to be like, this guy's like...
He's so homophobic.
He's come in as this BBC guy who wants to be really cool, and now he's so homophobic, he's vomiting as soon as he watches us upset.
Why didn't you just go, hey, mate, I'm allergic to nuts, you know, can I just double check that
He'd
was...
be like, because I've got AIDS. Yeah. Get on with it. He had so much on his plate. He had so much going on. He's funding a film. He's got AIDS. I didn't want to fucking stress him out. Like I didn't want to wind him up.
I'd rather die than stress you out, mate, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
Well, I'll just have a glass of almond milk if you don't mind. Put some peanuts in it. Ooh, lovely.
Peanuts.
Mate, yeah.
Did that go out?
What, the episode?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's out there. It's out there.
Is it on the BBC to watch?
It was like a podcast. It was on the BBC to listen to. Like, I mean, I don't know, even if it was like a film thing, I don't know if
Were
they'd be
you
able to show me.
interested in porn before this?
So it was a thing, and this is true, I stopped watching porn when I was like 26, 27. Like I made a call to stop watching it because I was like, this is fucking me up. Do you know what I mean? And because I think it does. Like,
does.
basically, I realised, because as I was getting into my late 20s, I was like, I've probably spent, like, if I started watching porn at like 12, 13, as everyone does, do you know what I mean? Sneaky go on the family computer, whatever. I was like, I've spent more of my life watching porn than not watching porn. We're definitely the first generation where you can say that. Do you know what I mean? Like you guys 32.
Yeah.
So you've probably spent more of your life watching it than not watching
Probably,
it.
yeah.
It's definitely well bad for your brain.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? In loads of ways, it's well bad for your brain. Like in terms of like
Yeah.
He's a porn addict.
are you?
You're close to it.
You know.
How many days a week do you watch it now?
What?
How many days a week do you watch it?
Why would I not watch porn? What day would I not watch porn on?
So every day.
Sunday.
But you're not addicted. You do it every day.
Just every
But it's
night.
not- Yeah.
If you open your laptop now, is there
Sometimes
any
mid-afternoon if I,
incriminating
What?
If you opened your laptop now, is there any incriminating evidence open?
I clear some history if needed.
If I went on your phone and opened up your tabs, how many tabs would I have to go to before I hit like an accidental porn? Or the pop-up advert that you forgot to X after you've watched it? Chatterbait.
Live Jasmine. Live Jasmine. That's bad when you start recognising the girls on Live Jasmine. That's bad when you're like, oh, it's Emma again. She was on last.
I think it's quite bad when you start, as a straight man, recognising the fellas in porn.
Yeah.
And I reckon there's about 15 that I know.
Oh, easily, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There's no,
But not by name. Like, we all know Johnny Sins.
Yeah.
Because he's fucking Johnny Sins. And we all know Danny D.
Like
because he's
Messi and
Danny
Ronaldo,
D.
aren't they?
But I also know I can spot Charles and Zogby as well. You know what I mean?
Never seen his one.
Do you know what I mean? I can spot that one who's like a Barclays.
I didn't think you watched Charles and Zogby porn.
I don't. You know what I mean,
would though,
Cal?
wouldn't you?
It's a reference, innit? Like, I know that guy who's like, oh, didn't he play for Wigan?
It's when you and your mates go to a karaoke night and you spend all night talking to someone who you think is a male porn star and it's not. You've just thought about them so much that you've imagined that the guy next to you is Johnny
Someone's
Sins.
missus.
Yeah, you'd spot the Miyazaki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spent a while there thinking one, didn't he?
Yeah, he's done one or two, but I know him.
Was he Wigan?
He was Wigan, yeah.
He was
Don't
Wigan.
get Harry
He had a
talking
good
about
6 months in,
him.
didn't
Don't
he?
get Harry
This is
talking about him. He'll jump over the cameras.
We were talking before we started before, you do a lot of football content.
Yeah.
And the reason I want to bring this up is me and Carl toyed with the idea of doing this because I'm a Liverpool fan. He's an Everton fan. Wouldn't that be a fun mix? And we've just slowly and then absolutely been turned off the idea by... I've got a lot of mates who are in that sort of creative space.
Yeah.
And I've done, different like football shows and the Anfield Rap and Redmen TV and like a lot of Liverpool-based stuff, but also more national stuff as well. I think I was supposed to come and do your show.
I was
but
talking
there
to you
was-
about coming and doing the kickoff
Yeah.
with me and True Geordie. Yeah.
But the comments and the attitude towards football creators from the people who watch their shows is just so...
It's mad.
if I tweet anything about football, I will get a personal insult within 5 replies.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it could be real, like something really like vanilla or like a...
Innocuous.
I tweeted a couple of weeks ago saying... Liverpool have signed the Valencia goalkeeper, Mamadashvili, to come in next summer.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't care how good he is. If Alisson was sold, Kelleher should be number one because of how well he's played in Alisson's absence.
Yeah.
This new guy should be coming in trying to take number one spot off him.
That's not you shitting on anyone.
No,
That's not you shitting on the new guy. It's
No.
just you enjoying the player who plays for Liverpool already.
Fucking hell, lads. What are you talking about? He's nowhere near good enough to be number one at Liverpool. You clearly haven't watched this new guy. I've seen him make 3 saves on a YouTube video. He's brilliant. You can't say anything about football without getting genuine anger as a reply.
Because they're annoyed about 8 tweets ago.
Yeah.
Then it's not that one tweet. It's a cumulative,
There's
like,
no
oh,
humour
No.
at all.
They're annoyed about their dad not talking to them. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, you don't need to be watching like a breakdown of Liverpool's tactics. You need therapy. Like, they're all so fucking unhappy. And it's like, the mad thing is, I've done enough football content now that where I'm touring, I get people who come who are like, oh, I've watched you on the kickoff with True Geordie or whatever. But they'll say, like, they'll come and I'll say hello afterwards and they'll go, yeah, I was the one who tweeted you after the Chelsea game telling you to fucking kill yourself because you said it shouldn't have been offside. But they're like, yeah, it was funny, wasn't it? And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, it's so joyless. And like, as you say, you can say something like, yeah, you know, this new keeper coming in is good, but I really like the guy we got already, so it'd be interesting. Like, you could say it rained at the Emirates on Saturday, but like, didn't fucking rain, mate. It was spitting at best. I've seen more rain. Do you know what I mean? It's so
last week, after Liverpool played Newcastle, I thought there was a lot of like refereeing decisions that both teams didn't like and whatever. But I thought it was a great game of footy, a really good advert for the Premier League, to coin a terrible phrase. But I just tweeted the only thing wrong with that game was the officiating. It is what it is, move on sort of thing. And someone replied and was like, we were fucking shit, you flicky-eyed moron. This is a Liverpool fan. And I read it and I was like, ugh. I just replied, I was like, mate, what's wrong with you? Who talks to people like that? I was talking to him about it yesterday. Imagine if you were stood in the pub, right, and you stood with a pint, and the final whistle goes, and I went, you know what? Fucking cracking game, that. The officiate was fucking horrific. But apart from that, what a game of footy. Imagine if someone stood next to you and went, you flicky-eyed moron, we were shit there. He'd get a glass through his face, like, immediately.
Yeah, it's the problem with social media is like, a lot of the people that reply to you, they are the kind of people that would reply to someone unsolicited in a pub. Do you know what I mean? But a lot of these people have never been to a pub before, so they've never had someone tell them to shut the fuck up. That's the problem. It's so often, and it's not to sound like sneering because I get to go to games or get to the pub, but it's like, it's 16-years-olds. It's 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds.
This guy wasn't, though. This was a father. Because I think he listens to the pod as well, so fuck you cunt, right? His photograph was him and what I assume is either his daughter or a baby that he's stolen. Actually, from his fucking attitude, maybe the latter.
Yeah.
But he's just holding like a young girl. And his reply to that was, get me on the pod and we'll have a chat. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's this weird interpretation of like football banter. Do you know what I mean? It's like this weird interpretation of football banter, who again, it's people who only speak to other people on the internet.
Yeah.
And have adopted this weird fucking language of like, haha, you're in the mud now. And it's like, I don't even know what that fucking means. Like, I don't know what any of you are talking about. And to be honest with you, like I do, on my own channels anyway, I do less football content now. Just for that reason, just because it's so miserable,
boring.
Like it's boring, man. And also, there's so much fucking football on at the moment. Like every 2-3 days, there's another game.
I love it.
You're a season ticket holder at Arsenal. Has it ruined it? Making content about football, has it sort of ruined?
No, I don't want to say
going the match.
It's not. No, it's definitely not ruined going to games. Like going to games is sick. What? It's not ruined, but like the first few times, like last year was the first season that I was doing a lot of it. Like I was doing Arsenal's YouTube, I was doing the kickoff, I was doing some Arsenal podcasts, and it was like, yeah, fucking, I get to talk about it again. And I'd be lying if I said there weren't times now where I'm like, fucking hell, I've spoke about the offside trap 3, or even like, especially when it's miserable stuff. When it's like over the summer, I had to do like, I remember I had a day after the Euros final, and it's not just like, I know people. I don't want to sound like, you know, I know people have harder jobs than this, but like I had to do like 4 records in a row about England losing the Euros final to Spain. And it's like, how many fucking times?
How many times can you say it?
Yeah. It's a bit like, I used to love The Streets when I was younger, and I remember listening to Mike Skinner talk once, and you know that song Dry Your Eyes?
Yep.
He was like, every time I do that, people in the crowd are like, that's the most meaningful song to me. I went through a breakup once, and seeing you perform that, and I know that you're feeling it on stage as well. I know that on stage you're still thinking about that breakup, and he's like, when I'm on stage, I'm thinking about the money I received for this gig. I'd be mentally ill if 20 years later I was still thinking about the breakup that inspired this song. That's how I felt by the 4th podcast talking about England go out to Euros. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I don't fucking care anymore. Like this is it. Yeah. So it does. I don't think it ruins going to the football. But I mean, you've done loads of football content in the past, right?
I've done other people's, and I'll continue to do it. But I do think I've got to a point with it where if I had to do a football podcast every week about the last week's football, I think it would take a bit of an edge off the enjoyment. And what I'm really happy with is I've, in a weird way, especially because of this podcast, managed to sort of careerify most of my life. So like on stage, stand up, like I'm talking about my life and things I think and whatever. And then a lot of the fun we have, we film it and we put it out, and it becomes, you know, in the best way, work. There's not many things that I love doing that isn't work anymore. Like a lot of the stuff I love doing, it ends up tying into my career, whether it's through the podcast or stand up. And the one thing that doesn't actually apply to is footy, and I think I'm really happy to keep it that way. Because like I went to match a couple of weeks ago, the Liverpool City game with Ross, he's my mate, he's a musician, and he's a Celtic fan, but he was in Liverpool for the weekend, so we got a ticket off like a website or whatever, and he went his way and I went my way. And even walking in there with him, I was literally saying to him, I was like, it's never lost the shine, because I didn't go to the match as a kid. I only started going as like a 17-year-old, and to this day, every time I get to go to the match, I'm like, not even like having to force being grateful for it. Like I find myself with work stuff often. Like when we did the end of my tour, the last night was the arena, and I had to consciously remember to be grateful for the opportunity and to take the moments in. I often let moments like that fly by me. Going to Liverpool games is the one thing I never have to, like, I'm always like, this is fucking sick, this, every time I'm there. And from every bit of it, from where I park my car, the 20-minute walk to the stadium, the specific order I get from the chippy on the way in, being in there for You'll Never Walk Alone, and the fucking releases on goals. And like, it's also why, like, and I know you like an England fan as well, but like, when people talk about Scousers not really supporting the England national team, I just don't have that connection with the England national team. And that's why when I say, like, I'd rather Liverpool win a Carabao Cup than England win the Euros or the World Cup, it's not that I don't want England to. Like, I'm not that type of Liverpool fan who hates England. I want them to win stuff. It just doesn't mean anywhere near as much to me as when Liverpool do, because of all those little, like, moments that I get, like, every week that I've never lost their shine.
Liverpool's the last bit of joy you have that isn't a tax expenditure.
Literally.
It's the last thing.
I mean, away games are.
It's like the NFL, isn't it? You can't really feel that about an NFL team.
Yeah.
The Liverpool, like, you can't, like, doesn't matter how much you try.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe because you love it, but it's like, oh yeah, okay. But the visceral thing you get for your team, you never replicate.
And you still got that for Everton?
It's hate, though. It's not love.
It's still visceral.
It's hate that I could never repeat for any other team.
It's an abusive relationship that you can't afford to leave.
It's why I like sports now that are individuals rather than teams, because I can just move on. I don't like that person no more. Like, I like the dart.
Or they'll
like
die.
UFC.
Everton will never die.
Unfortunately,
and that's the problem with Everton. It will never.
You can't change your team. If they're making you miserable, you're just miserable.
Yeah. I like that with boxing. Like the nice thing with boxing is you can support someone and then they call it a day. And you move on, and you'll find another one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you can have multiple. You can like 3 or 4 fighters.
Or they become a cunt or a criminal.
But then when that happens, you
can
enjoy.
root against them.
Yeah, exactly. Like I used to love Conor McGregor. I don't know if that's who
It's
you were thinking of.
exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah,
He was my gateway into MMA.
Yeah.
And I used to watch it being like, I wanted him to batter Floyd Mayweather. I wanted him to fucking beat everyone. And now, if he ever fought again, I would fucking love to watch him get
Mate.
I'd love to watch him get his fucking face broke.
I wouldn't mind him watching him get run over. Like, outside of a boxing ring. I'd just like to see harm come to that man.
He won't fight in UFC now.
Don't know.
I'd be very surprised. We've been saying this for how long? And it's just getting worse and worse. He's now, is it convicted?
He's civilly liable. It's
Charged? Is it?
No, he's been... The girl who sued him civilly won.
but he's not in jail.
No, because it's a civil case.
America's fucked. Isn't
No,
it?
it was in Ireland.
Is it Ireland?
Was it in Ireland?
Yeah, their laws are a lot more similar to like their court system's more similar to America than it is to here, though.
British civil laws exist as well. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing in England.
But
too.
I'm aware this isn't a hilarious bit for a podcast, but like, how can you get? So a court has said yes, that happened.
Right. So
There's a different burden of guilt, though, isn't there?
Much
So,
lower.
so basically, first of all, in some cases, the burden of proof's the opposite way around when it comes to the law in terms of the UK, Ireland, and America. But like, let's say, for example, O.J. Simpson,
Yeah,
not guilty in criminal court,
Yeah.
guilty in civil court,
yeah.
and had to pay the money because you have to prove it to a lesser extent. So basically, the courts go, right, here's the thing. We're pretty sure O.J. Simpson killed his wife. So for, in a civil court, yeah, pay us some money because that's not the end of your life, O.J.
Never paid.
But we're not 100% sure, so we're not going to like put you in prison for life or give you the electric chair because we're not 100% sure. But we think he did it. Based on the evidence, we think he did it. So in civil court, that's enough. In criminal court, it's not enough. And it's the same with Conor McGregor.
Seems
In
like a mad system, doesn't it?
Yeah, in civil court, they're like, hey, this evidence looks like you did it. If
can
he
be
went to
reason-
criminal court, he'd have got probably
There can be
got not
reasonable
guilty.
doubt in civil court. There can be no reasonable doubt within a criminal court. Because, like, if someone goes, maybe, like, well, then we can't send them to jail. So he is a convicted, that word.
No,
but
no.
Is it not convicted?
No, because conviction is criminal.
Okay, so
So
he is...
it's the same as Donald Trump. If Donald Trump was a convicted sex offender in America, he wouldn't have been allowed to run for president. He wouldn't. I don't think so. Anyway, he wouldn't be allowed. He wouldn't he'd be a convicted criminal. He has been held civilly liable for sexual assault, and McGregor's the same.
Yeah. Give him a minute.
I mean, to me, they're the same thing, but to the courts and to the legal system, they're a vastly different thing.
Well, most importantly, to the people, they are pretty much the same thing, which is good.
Depends on the people.
I mean, most of his people, have, like, Proper 12 have dropped him. Everything else has dropped him.
Oh,
most
yeah.
people in the country now, like, he's a dick.
But that would be why he goes back to MMA. And Dana White
Oh, Dana White doesn't give a fuck.
is Donald Trump's biggest supporter, so I don't think he's going to have much of a problem getting Conor McGregor back in the ring.
No, I just think Conor McGregor is the issue. He's a,
Well, we'll see.
Bleak, innit?
but you'd watch it, and that's all that matters.
I'd watch him to get his head punched in.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, I imagine actually if he went back, there'd probably be a campaign led by people like my mate Sharon, who would be like, don't watch the
it.
fight, and then I wouldn't.
Yeah, because there's a campaign to unfollow him on social media, take away his platform, like deplatform him by unfollowing him, which
I've
is
unfollowed him and muted everything.
which is actually a powerful tool when you think about it, even though it's mad.
Yeah.
Stop giving him the chance to talk to people because he's a bad guy.
Fucking hell.
Right, let's go and have a break and watch some stand-up or something just to get ourselves due packed up.
Hello, everyone. Dan Nightingale from the Have a Word podcast that you're watching right now. Do us a favour, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on socials at Have a Word Pod. Just share everything. Be a good egg. Get it out there. Back to the episode. I'm sure it's a belter. We're back for
You
the
need to
final
speak
section.
for the audio, don't you?
Yeah.
you mean?
Final section
Looked at it weird.
with Jacob Hawley.
Jacob Hawley apparently used to be in a BMX gang.
How are we doing that?
True.
Is that true? A BMX gang?
Life behind bars.
Was that the name of the...
It's a good name.
Oh, that was the
Handlebars.
name of the gang?
Nice.
Life behind bars.
Handlebars?
Yeah.
What does a BMX gang do, Jacob?
Well, we used to ride around skate parks. I couldn't do much because I didn't actually have a BMX. I had an Apollo mountain bike. BMXs were quite expensive, so I had a shit Apollo, and I was basically in charge of the music. I had the Bluetooth speaker. I was in charge of playing the heavy metal and the rock music.
How old were you?
12, 13. Long hair. Problem is, I've got too effeminate of a face to have long hair, so everyone just thought I was the ugly girl that followed them around on a mountain bike.
Committing crimes?
I don't think we did any crimes. I mean, it's graffiti, I guess. Maybe a bit of that, bit of graffiti and shit like that. Yeah.
So hang on.
Very like
Were
life
none
behind
of you in?
No, we used to go out on our bikes, but we never called ourselves a gang.
What? Why not? What would you call yourself?
Me and Carl are in a gang right now. We're called the Gucci Fellas.
The Gucci Fellas.
Gucci fellas, yeah.
The Gucci Fellas sounds a little bit P Diddy. The Gucci Fellas sounds a little.
By the
bit...
way, that is an in-joke for me and him. Like, everyone else in this room doesn't even know about that.
The Gucci fellas.
I was just pointing it through the 2 pints filter, and I decided no. Okay, cool.
I did try and start a gang when I was a kid. And I hired like some of my friends to be like my executives. And then I started creating documents like dossiers on kids from school and other kids in the street.
Dossiers.
Like sort of, you
Is this
know.
not Mean Girls?
What?
It just sounds like the plot to Mean Girls.
Well, it's not.
You're researching the other kids.
So like there was a kid who'd like fucking been audible to me at school. So
Yeah.
I started writing stuff down that I knew about him. I had a picture of him on like this Microsoft Word document. And like I had like, by the way, if the police ever found this, I'd have been in so much trouble because it was like the plan. And it was like, we're going to follow him after school, scare him, not attack him this time.
This time.
Make him fear. Like strike fear, not harm.
How old?
I knew you. Like, I'm in like year 8.
The way you,
Was this not like a plan that you could have just spoken about in a meeting?
Paper trails, maybe?
Right,
You do
yeah.
it?
Yeah, well, I wasn't
Were you
that sort of
posting-
switched on, was I? So I
right.
had it on my laptop, but then one day, and I still think this is bang out of order. My mum and my auntie went through my laptop and found it, and they sat me down and told me that the gang life was wrong.
the gang life.
It's like Boys in the Hood, isn't it?
The way you
So my
wor-
auntie Sue told me off, so I stopped.
the way you worded that story was as if you'd run it past a lawyer first. The way you were like, we intended to cause fear and not harm.
No, genuinely, I did write stuff like that down, and my mum was like, "You don't do this to people." And I was like, "Well, he was a cunt to me at dinner time in school."
We
Like this, by the way, on my mother's grave. This is true.
I tell you what, your mum and your auntie know how to have a good time, don't they? Glass of wine, get Adam's laptop.
and to be fair,
We'll catch up another time. Oh my God.
How old
More
were you at the time?
dossiers.
How old were you?
It's 13,
Year 8?
That's 13, 14.
13.
If that's the worst thing they found on a 13-year-old's laptop at the time, they were doing fucking
I had
well.
all of my porn on one DVD. I didn't leave that on the laptop, especially after that incident.
We had a rap group that came before the BMX gang.
You were in a rap group?
Yeah.
Also called Life Behind Bars.
No, do you know what? So did you ever used to watch 8 Mile when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the 8.
I mean, when you were a
Eminem
kid, I
film?
watched it last week.
Unbelievable. I watched that on Coming Home from India.
I'm obsessed. Like I was fucking obsessed with Eminem growing up. Did you like Eminem growing up?
I still like him now.
Did you like Eminem growing up?
I could do every word of both Eminem's and his opponent's
Yeah.
raps from the end of 8 Mile.
I reckon I
Oh,
could
yeah,
do that.
totally, yeah.
Yeah. Can I make a get? You didn't like Eminem.
No.
See, you know when you were saying earlier that you would smash things up, and
Yeah.
you would smash things up if you got. That's why. There's something wrong with us. We were the kind of boys that would smash up our bedrooms whilst listening to Eminem, and I bet you used to throw your Xbox controller across the room when you played FIFA.
Used to? Legitimately broke a pad this year. And this is not a lie, this is awful. My Xbox is not in the bedroom, it's in the spare bedroom.
For that reason,
Yeah,
because you'll throw it at your missus while she's sleeping.
I don't play FIFA no more. This is actually the end of last year. I haven't played this year. I've stopped playing because it makes me a bad person. I threw my Xbox pod across the room and put so it's like it's an interior wall, so it's thin. Put a hole in the wall, and I was like, "That is me done."
Yeah.
But so she didn't see it. I put a wardrobe in front of it.
When I go back to my
You've got to tell her that tonight now. Or one of his students will tell her this week.
Yeah.
I have the same. When I go back to my parents' house, where like if I go in my old room, there's like a kind of like wardrobe built into the wall, and it's right next to where my TV used to be. And my parents always leave like a scarf hanging over the door because there's still a hole in that door where I threw a fucking PlayStation controller.
And people watching will be like, "What are you doing now?" You
Yeah.
don't want to do it or mean to do it. Your body
it's
just
not-
goes, "Fuck off."
It's not
Yeah.
rational cognitive thought. You're not going, do you know what would really made me feel better right now? Is if I threw this pad. It's a fucking...
The best thing to stop it is squeeze it for 2 seconds and then your brain will go, "Don't do that." And you go, "Okay." If you don't think, you'll just go, "Fuck off." And you will do
Like
it.
coping techniques.
Have you ever done a telly? Have you ever done it at a telly?
No, because then I just know I'm going to have to buy a new telly and that's just more annoying.
Yeah. I used to live on the docks here.
Yeah.
And the building I lived in, quite a high building, so I think it's like 15, 16 floors in it.
You're throwing the controller out the window?
I didn't, But I was walking into my building once and a Xbox pad landed at my feet and smashed. So someone on a high floor had gone, fuck that. And that's beyond the 2-second squeeze because they've stood up,
Open the window.
gone to the
Open the
window and threw it down.
Found the key for the window.
Yeah. But the 2-second squeeze wouldn't work on me.
But
I could quite like.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've got to buy a new pad if it breaks, and then I put a hole in the wall, and you go, I don't do it. But if I just I will just go, fuck off.
But I think you could diagnose a psychological condition of being like a naughties Eminem teenager. Do you know what I mean? Like a 2004 Eminem teenager. I think all of us in this room have probably got a bit of that condition of like an anger problem that was manifested by Eminem. And so that's why I started this rap group. Me and my mates, we were so obsessed with 8 Mile. And in 8 Mile, you might remember they were called the 313.
Yeah.
Cheddar Bob.
Fuck free world.
Yeah, Rabbit. So we were the 413.
And Future.
So we didn't really have our version of him, but we'd kind of recast all of our friends as being each one of those guys, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like we had like a goofy one who
you
was
Cheddar Bob?
Cheddar Bob. I was Rabbit. Fuck off, I was Rabbit. I was Eminem. And there was a kid called Owen at school that we didn't get on with. And so we used to go and egg his house.
Okay.
Right?
I've done that.
And I just remember the best lyric I ever wrote was my voice is echoing and I did egg Owen. That's pretty fucking good.
That is good.
Drop the mic.
For
Out of a
a
window.
15-year-old, that's not bad.
You're getting older as well as these stories come on. Who were you rapping against?
Like this is the problem: is there was no other kids at our school who was into it, so we just had to have like friendlies.
Like a cipher.
Yeah, exactly. Interclubs.
Friendlies?
We were just rapping each other.
No hitting faces.
But yeah, exactly.
With
But
your
we were kids from Hertfordshire. It's like there's not enough rap groups around for us to have proper battles.
No rap.
Doesn't get too edgy in Hemel. No?
No, exactly.
Have you ever watched a compliment battle?
No.
So it's literally what it says on the tin. That you flip it and everything you say has to be nice.
But it sounds like it started in Hertfordshire.
That is woke bollocks. Compliment.
battle
That
rap.
is so
woke
fucked.
nonsense.
That is such like Gen Z shit. Like the Gen Z kids of tomorrow, they won't be throwing PS4 controllers out of like apartment windows. They're like fucking compliment. What you just?
It's class, you know. Were you ever into like Don't Flop and stuff?
Yeah.
So
I know. So I
don't flop a
know. Do you know Liam Bagnall?
Yeah.
He's a good mate of mine.
Class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those guys.
So
They're not doing
Shuffle
compliments.
T and Marlowe have done compliment battles.
Yeah, but they're battle rappers, so they've got the scope of skill.
Don't
It's
get me wrong,
great.
I'm sure it rhymes brilliantly, and I'm sure the double entendres are fantastic. But this is why battle rappers shouldn't go to therapy. Like, you're supposed to be nice to each other.
I think it's great.
I started watching it again. Like, not the newer ones because I don't know any of them, but like the old school ones, I've started watching them again. They're fucking class.
It's well good. They are like the most talented. They're some of the most talented individuals in the
Their
UK.
writing is absolutely
It's
insane.
mental.
And then their memory and their delivery, I couldn't do it, not even a chance.
You know Liam, who used to run Don't Flop, so he started doing a show with Doc Brown. You know Doc Brown?
Sounds like.
Yeah, sounds like. And
Yeah,
If you, mate, it's fucking class.
I was meant to do it in Edinburgh, but something happened and I didn't get round to doing it. I can't remember what it was, but it's it's class because Shuffle T, I think, was the co-creator of that.
Yeah.
So it was him, Bagnall, Kruger, and then they got Doc Brown.
Mate, Kruger,
Have you seen Kruger's steamed hams video?
unbelievable.
It's one of the best things ever made.
It's mate, it's like that guy should be a fucking multi-millionaire.
Yeah, it's
Like,
one of the best videos I've ever watched.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's like a Simpsons thing where he just rhymes through
Oh, it's
Simpsons, like
insane.
improvised. Fucking mental.
Yeah.
If you want to, like, if you've heard us sort of talk about this sort of stuff before and you've gone, oh, I'll watch one of them one day, I'll give you a few now to go and watch. The first one you should go and watch, like, without any shadow of a doubt, is Shotty versus Arsenal. It's the most viewed one ever, and it's really accessible and it's class. And it's before Shotty becomes like very serious. He got more serious as his time went on, really, but he's still quite jokey but still aggressive at the same time. It's a perfect battle. It's class. Another really good intro one is Tony D versus O'Shea. So at the time, O'Shea was the champion.
He's been on the couch
as well.
On the couch.
He's been here, yeah. And O'Shea was the champion at the time. And he's from an area of Don't Flop where it was all just jokes and like trying to be funny. And Tony D was one of the first people who entered the league and tried to make it about rapping. And they literally both play their roles perfectly. And it's a fucking unbelievable like match. It's so worth watching. And then...
A soul battle?
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a better matchup in the end. And it's not... the most mismatch in the world, but watch Soul against C Major, but just for Souls.
Who's your favourite, Dan? Favourite battler? What should you say?
Yeah.
Apart from the ones we've just mentioned.
I love all of them.
Yeah. But if you had to pick one that wasn't in that list.
Who's your goat?
Davey Splice.
Davey Splice. Never seen any of his stuff.
Tommy Bars.
Tommy Bars.
Love
Little
Tommy
Terry.
Bars.
Little Teddy?
Little Terry.
Little Teddy.
I like Little Terry.
MC Habib. Love. Yeah.
He's a fighter.
Really? Yeah. Khabib. Yeah, I love them all. They're so good. Linda Preston, she's great.
Not many female battlers.
No.
But, you know.
No, but
Again,
Big
like
Linda
the-
P is obviously a nickname, but you know,
Big Linda P.
I'm into her as well.
Nickname.
You know, and historical fiction that I read as well.
Battle rap doesn't work. I think girls are too like emotionally like.
You can't play darts either.
I was gonna say something nice. I think girls are like emotionally developed enough that battle rap doesn't really appeal to them. Do you know what I mean? I think like it is for angry young men.
Angsty men, yeah.
Yeah, who listen to too much Eminem and haven't.
I don't know though. There's a lot of TV that's definitely aimed at women. That is maybe they're not like rhyming, but
Real
essentially it
Housewives.
sells.
That was also woke on.
It sells because they are
I think
cunting
women are
each
just too
other
good
up.
for battle rap, actually.
Not too good, but like
They're too clever.
The appeal, the appeal of like people like rhyming whilst being nasty to each other.
And winning scales aren't really hard.
Yeah, competitive nastiness that rhymes really appeals to like.
I think women might not be into rhyming as much. I think everything else. I think they're fine
No,
with.
they love poems, don't they?
Yeah.
They're always reading
Charge of the
poems.
Light Brigade. Every time I get home, Seneca's watching the Charge of the Light Brigade on
Watching
YouTube.
it?
On YouTube version.
Watching the poem.
Someone's reading it on YouTube.
Shall we do some advice?
If you want.
We give some really good advice here, Jacob, and we take it seriously as well.
Before we pop into that, Jacob, have you got anything you want to plug? Tell people where you are on socials and your podcast. And stuff.
Yeah, sure. So I do a podcast called the Screen Rot Podcast, where basically every week we take the piss out of. I say take the piss. Sometimes we're nice. We talk about like a different, like influencer, content creator, like bit of like internet stuff. And yeah, it's we really enjoy it and it's good fun. So Screen Rot Podcast, and then I'm on tour, my stand-up tour, from February until the end of March. 7 more dates. I've been on tour since last March, but with a lot of breaks in the middle.
That's the way to do it, I think.
Yeah.
You get less bored. It's
I'm
less
stretching
time.
the next one right out.
Where are tickets, Jacob?
Tickets at jacobhawley.co.uk, or you can find me on Instagram at jacobhawley.
There you go.
Thank you.
There's a really... I know you're about to do... I've only just read this. You would mop the tables at a kids' school and give the kids bleach rashes.
Fucking how have you Yeah, all right.
Hang on, whoa. Why were you in the kids' school?
He was a cleaner in a kids'
I was a
Right,
cleaner,
okay.
yeah. I wasn't just sneaking in at night to like get the eczema kids. No, I was a cleaner at a school, and it was too hard. It's fucking hard. Cleaning a school, hard as fucking. If you're a cleaner, that's the hardest task you can get. Kids are the fucking muckiest things. So it was I couldn't finish. I had like a floor of the school. Do you know what I mean? I had like 4 classrooms, 2 toilets I had to get done. Couldn't get it done in time. So I thought I'd speed things up by rather than like getting the spray and wiping down the tables, I was like, while I'm mopping, I'll just do the tables as well. Do you know what I mean? Just go from floor
Makes
to
total
table.
sense. That makes total sense to me.
Burning all the kids.
Well, I didn't tell anyone I was doing it, obviously. And then there was like a thing going around the school that all the kids in that year, they had like rashes and stuff on their arms. They thought something was going around. They thought there was like a viral skin thing going around because they all had like little. It was in the summer when they're all in short sleeves, and they all had like little red arms where I'd put like floor cleaner.
And did you ever admit that?
Did I fuck? I was proud of my cleaning job. I didn't want to lose my £12.50 every afternoon.
So sick.
Love to know how Harry's found that out as well. Let's give us some advice. This is from Anonymous. All right, lads. Each weekend I put a few bets on the footy and have been pretty successful this season.
Same.
My mate asked if I could put the same bets on for him and he'd send me the money. 2 weeks later, and he owed me 40 quid. And when I asked him for the money, he said, just take it off the winnings when you win. The same happened the next week, and I just felt like I was just losing more money. Here's the kicker. I put on his 20 quid on this weekend, now owing us 80 quid for the final time. It won and returned just over 200 quid. He doesn't really know what I bet on, so doesn't know if it wins or loses. Do I give him the money minus the 80 quid he owes me, or do I just keep the money for him being a dick and not paying me?
You've got to give him the money. Unfortunately, you've got to give him the money, but then stop doing this for him
Yeah.
unless he pays you in advance.
It's also a slippery slope when your mate's asking you to put bets on, because why? Has he banned himself?
No, it's because he's winning.
Yeah.
Oh, he just wants him to copy his bets?
Yeah.
Just ask him for the bet then?
Yeah.
Just-
Even like, because you can get like tipsters that you would pay. Do you know what I mean? There are tipsters who you pay to give you tips on what to bet on, right? But even they would never give you some kind of guarantee where if you pay them and it doesn't come off, you don't pay for your stake. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, that's fucking mad.
But this guy that's won money has never actually given any money, has he?
No.
Like,
No,
he hasn't ever.
that doesn't matter.
You're just paying off the principal.
Yeah, like he's got to, because he said that like
Minus the money he owes you.
yeah, 100%, absolutely.
Yeah. Keep the money he owes you, but
Pay him what he's paid for in lieu.
Yeah. But a mate of mine had to ask me to put a bet on for them recently because their brother had a gambling problem, and their brother had used theirs and got them banned from everything.
I think we should always ask the question, why am I putting the bet on for you? What's...
yeah.
Because you could just be exacerbating
First
the
bet I
problem.
put on though did win. I had Salah to score, Salah to get an assist, and Liverpool to beat Man City, and he scored, assisted, and we won. And 50 quid returned 650. Quite good, isn't it?
I'm locked out.
Please gamble responsibly.
I've locked myself out. I got too into it when I was a student. Because you know when you're a student, you can get a student overdraft.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And you think, you get told you can only get one student overdraft. You can just keep getting them. Like if you just keep going to different banks, I feel like this is dangerous advice to say on the internet, but you can,
but
don't. It nearly ruined my life. It was, and I kept doing that and kept, because it was at a time when like you'd open a Paddy Power account, get £100 free bets. You'd open Betfair. So I just had fucking loads of them, and it was, you were talking about roulette and stuff earlier.
Yeah.
I used to go and do that, but I just like, rather than having like a tactic, I just used to like making patterns. Do you know what I mean? Like I'd like doing like a pretty little zigzag or like a little circle. Like
you should bet.
It's how you should bet,
Fun way.
unless you've got 6 student overdrafts and you're in trouble.
Oh, in for a penny, in for 100 grand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I know my life is going to shit and I'm going to be homeless next week, but I just want to make another pentagon on the board.
Did you have to work it off?
I guess so. But I did also have to be like, right, I need to just lock myself out of every account. So I got my girlfriend at the time to just change the password. Never tell me.
Lifetime ban?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell them to ban you, you just changed your password?
I just got my girlfriend to change all the passwords at the time. She never told me what the password she was changed to. And then she
Did a bit
on me.
of self-enforced gatekeeping.
Self-enforced gatekeeping. So now if I want to place a bet, I have to go to the bookies and do it.
It's even more exciting than it.
It is better, yeah. It's working. It's working.
Writing it down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
this, sir.
Or he can go to his missus and get her to... But that
She's gone.
takes a lot of...
She's long gone.
Oh, right.
This is 10 years ago. She's long gone.
With all of that fucking...
With all of the potential Paddy Power winning.
Genuinely though, if you are going to gamble, just gamble responsibly. And by responsibly, I mean just have a foolproof system where you can't lose.
shapes.
Yeah, triangles.
This is from Anonymous Lids. I need some pretty horrific advice. The other week, me and my missus went on a night out and got bladdered. We got home and stumbled to the bedroom where we're getting frisky. My missus then wants to 69, and I happily oblige. We're going at it for about 30 seconds when my stomach starts to feel off, and I immediately spewed all over her lady bits while she's got my cock in her mouth. She was understandably livid. It's been a few weeks, and she's still not let me go anywhere near her vagine and seems to have no intention to. What do I do, lads, to make amends?
Have you wiped it yet?
Also, he's on the bottom there, isn't he? So he's like...
Not
was thinking
necessarily,
that.
you know.
I was thinking that.
Oh, it's an unusual... A male tops it. That's a very dominant 69
Yeah,
position.
I'm envisioning that now. I don't like that stance. Do you know what I mean? The man on top in a 69.
He was wrong now.
That feels...
I have done it before and it is all right. I can tell you right now. It's not... I do prefer the other way,
I'm guessing it's all right.
but it is all right. That's like my favourite thing, by the way. It's the best thing. Getting sucked off with a face full of pussy. It is class, innit?
New merch available soon.
Like, it is class,
I
though,
think,
innit?
I think it's worse than just doing the solo because
It's not?
No, because it's like when you tickle someone and they just let me
Get your
enjoy
hands
it.
away from me.
Let me enjoy that, and then you can have it next.
Hang on, but the pussy in the face is still loads of fun.
I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying
No, you're saying it takes away, but it doesn't.
I don't think it adds.
It
Yeah,
does.
yeah,
If I
yeah.
give you a quad bike and a machine gun, and you have both at the same time, you'd feel fucking sick. Do you know what I mean? That's like that.
Yeah. And
What an
This is what I'm
analogy
talking
that
about.
is.
No, I can't ride the motor quad bike with a machine gun.
Hang on, stop riding your quad bike. Come and fire my machine gun.
This is Naughty's Eminem brain. The best thing he could think of, the best two things that you can enjoy at the same time is a quad bike and a machine gun.
Just so that you know, guys, if you've got a quad bike,
There was
Name one thing to replace either of them.
beer and a cigarette.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Realised we were all going wokeness gone mad here.
he goes to the pub a little differently than you do.
Quad bike and a machine.
They're cool. They're two cool things.
Yeah, but like you can't use the quad bike as well as if you got two hands, and you can't shoot the machine gun because you're on a fucking quad bike.
Yeah, but that doesn't apply to my analogy, does it?
So why did you say it then?
Because I wasn't thinking.
It's like what
Such a
Action
great
Man would do
insight.
for his birthday, like a quad bike and a machine gun.
It does sound good.
Getting sucked off is like having a pint on your own. It's good. Everyone's fine with it. Like, I'm all right. I enjoy having a pint on my own, but I'd rather have a friend there eating pussy.
Also, the guy's girlfriend sounds great. Like came home and she was insisting on.
Oh yeah,
69.
you get bold though with a bevy, don't you? Like you
She
get
needs
like
to sort of stop being such a princess here, though. Oh, you were sick on me vagina. No sex for weeks. Come on. Grow up.
Yeah.
have a
Being
shower.
sick's involuntary anyway, innit?
Get back on the quad bike. Load the machine gun
Load
and
the
go again.
magazine.
I get it. She's got the.
We've been for the beer. We've been for a beer. Come on.
She got to get over it or break up. If Serica was sick on your cock, you'd get over it.
I used to. I
The audio listeners, Carl's not playing.
I used to know a guy where that was his fetish. Girls vomiting to the point where he used to politely request that they would drink a lot of milk before they went down on him, and then he'd hope that they would.
Politely request.
Like, yeah.
Sorry, love.
I know someone that had a similar thing.
It was a guy I
Sounds
spent.
like it was you, Finn.
It wasn't me. Wasn't me. It was
When
a friend's ex used to
Is it tiramisu?
ask people to throw up on dildos and then put it up their arse.
Wow.
Oh my god, year 9.
That's more fun than a quad bike and a
11,
machine gun.
It was year 11.
Fucking hell, mate. That's rough ski, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
The guy who I knew who did it, he did turn out to be a nonce. Just saying.
I've not heard from this lad for a few years. Might be.
The guy I knew who I did it with, I used to do seasons in Faliraki. You know, like sort of party.
You remember
like,
FIFA?
yeah.
Just have a co-op together.
And that is when you're doing that, it's the best way to catch pedos because a lot of the girls that you're sleeping with are staying in all-inclusive hotels, and if you're in an all-inclusive hotel, you get given a different wristband if you're over or under 16. And we saw, and he was like 30 at the time, and we saw a girl come out of his room one morning.
Pink. Wristband.
Yeah, the wrong wristband.
Deary me.
Oh.
Yeah, he'd also stolen my girlfriend the summer before.
So now you've got a reason to call him a paedophile.
And a dairy intolerance.
Rough, that one.
Shall we?
I've got to be honest with you, Jacob. If a paedophile can steal your girlfriend, doesn't make you look very good, does it?
Well,
How old is she?
Show the right wristband. Have a word and then we'll get out of here. If you want to send in a have a word pod. Have a word pod. At gmail.com. La 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 la. Lewis Seymour Pugh says, Wag lids, can you have a word with one of the lads from my work? He has got an advent calendar in the office. I mean, the whole thing could end right there and we could have the conversation.
No, we couldn't.
That he eats from left to right, row by row, without following the numbers. He still eats only one chocolate a day, but says there is no point in the numbers. Is he wrong for being a number-hating sociopath, or am I wrong for not enjoying a nice Christmas tradition?
Don't you bother.
Let's do this in sections.
Don't you bother.
So first of all, I kind of enjoy stuff like this because it bothers other people so much more than it bothers me. Like sometimes I'll get a Kit Kat and just bite through the 4 fingers in front of someone else because I know it's wrong, but watching it bother other people makes me happy. Like,
Would you get a Twix, unwrap it, and then take a bite of. But they're separate.
I do that.
No, you come on.
What, both of them together?
Oh, no. I
It's
thought you meant,
one
like,
at a time.
Yeah.
No,
No, but that's what I'm saying. You don't ever just unwrap and there's two and you go, I'm taking.
I do, but only to upset people. Not because I think it's the right thing to do, because I know it's the wrong thing to do.
A solo
If you-
Twix,
yeah,
no
if
one's
you're in a
there.
row.
You'd still have one by one.
If solo Twix and there's no one there, I'm eating the caramel off it first.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm eating the biscuit bit. like
did
Do
I'm
you eat a
fucking-
big dairy milk block by block, or do you just bite it?
when I'm on my own,
Yeah.
block by block. But I'm a Marvelous Creations guy, me and normally a big bar, and they come in like weird shapes. And,
Yeah, they do.
like when you break them off, they're not all just
not,
even shapes. What?
Just for Marvelous Creations, I feel like it's been a running thing. And with the numbers, as a mathematician, are you not looking at that as an irritant? Like, you could literally be starting at 8.
24.
And 23, and then what?
Yeah, it's horrific and it's funny.
The guy's doing it as a wind up. Like in the same way that you're doing it to piss people off around you.
Yeah.
This guy has spotted that everyone in the office is looking over the shoulder at his advent calendar, and he's going, the funniest thing to do is to do it weird. Do you know what I mean? Like, I rate him.
Yeah, I do.
and then there's a Christmas works do, and some girl goes, do you know what? I've been watching you. Fucking honestly, wound me up so much, and it's an in.
Yeah.
Been watching, yeah.
I've been watching you. You
know,
don't
when
play
I
by
put
the
my
rules.
hearing aid in and I can see you and I can hear you, I'm like, oh, chocolate.
Good day, Ned, then.
By the way, what would be your beef with the man having an advent calendar in the office? Because you were upset even at that point of the
I
question.
mean,
What's wrong with chocolate every day?
At work? At
Oh,
work,
no,
you've got a
chocolate
little
work, isn't
calendar.
Oh, too much fun for me. That's too much. Too
Do
much.
you have a
niceness.
calendar at home, Dan?
I won't let my kids have a calendar at home.
That's a lie.
No.
Your kids
You know
don't
he
have a calendar?
hates Christmas dogs and what's the other thing?
I hate Christmas dogs.
Christmas
But honestly,
dogs
a puppy at Easter, I'll eat them. Yeah, of course. We're all calendar up. We've got chocolate. Laura's got one. She's got Jack's got one, and then me and Etta have got a Studio Ghibli one where you get a little character from a Studio Ghibli film.
That's cool. We've got sex ones here as well.
Yeah, lovehoney.co.uk for your sex calendars.
Yeah,
Code.
Jack and Laura have got that.
I hope not.
No, it's been
Have
stupid.
you actually got a sex calendar
Can
in
I
the
see it?
office? Can I take something home for my
You
cat?
can't
Is
buy
that
one
all right?
now, though. It's a bit late, isn't it?
Yeah, you can probably give Jacob one though. You can still buy them.
They're
Yeah.
just discounted now, surely.
No, you can just.
I'm
get-
sorry,
I probably wouldn't commit to that on air, Finn.
Jacob. You're going back on the train. Down,
this
you're going back home with 2 pints of Moretti and you and a sex calendar on
Sex
the train.
calendar. Listen, the cat won't let me go to Liverpool without bringing a dildo home for her. She's going to want something.
Here you go.
Oh, there you
Just
go,
pick
mate.
what's your favourite number between 1 and 24.
4.
Okay, open 4, see what you get. It's yours.
Oh, I am thinking about the train now.
Number 4. Are we struggling?
Oh. What is it?
For the audio
That's
listeners,
exciting.
Jacob is opening a sex toy.
Love honey.
Oh,
.co.uk.
I can feel it. It's like jiggly.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, it's a cockstroker.
Oh, is it really?
Nice.
I'm genuinely excited by that.
Yeah, it's, you put your willy in it and, you know.
Oh, is it a thing you fuck?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
cockstroker.
Merry Christmas, mate.
Cheers, mate.
That's from all of us.
That is a podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Come and be part of mine and Carl's New Year's Eve super party. We've got a quiz with a £1,000 top prize. We've got an hour to stand up that I'll be hosting, and we've got Paul Walker and the Pig Fiddlers and Ross Maguire playing us into 2025 with some absolute party bangers. Tickets in my Instagram bio and Carl's Instagram bio. And after that, of course, the Murderers Row stand-up tour starts in February next year. Tickets are extremely limited, but we have just added an extra date in Cardiff on Friday, the 21st of one of the months.
Dublin, Leeds, Newcastle, Nottingham, Birmingham, London, Manchester,
Glasgow.
Glasgow.
Oh, fucking hell, lads.
big
Why
one.
is there's no Liverpool? Shut up. You'll see.
Think on.
Work it
You'll
out.
fucking see, won't you?
So it's all right. Leave it.
Right, we've got a song. This
God.
is
It's not worth it.
this is from an artist called Graffiti, and it's only on SoundCloud. So if you like it, go and check it out on SoundCloud. This is called Nobody Knows Where We Are Going.
Congratulations on the record deal, Graffiti. This is on SoundCloud exclusively. And what's it called?
Nobody knows where we are going.
Nobody knows where we are going. I know when I'm going straight to SoundCloud to listen to this.
Cheers, Jacob.
Thanks, lads.
Bye, Luke.